Howdy, you guys. So we're back with Rich. Hey, Rich. Bubba Gump.
So here's a little break back at you, Austin. Fat cowboy, nappy hair, or should I say, what's the other word for matted hair?
That's the best you got, dog?
Why don't you clean yourself up?
That's the best you got, bro.
You're still young yet.
Unlike you, I've fucked more women than you have. Bubba?
I'm happy with my sanity.
Yeah, because you're a bitch.
Because all it ever brings is chaos and anguish.
Yeah. Unless you're fucking 15, he'll only fuck with you if you're 15.
Because I don't want to deal with any more of the bullshit.
He'll only fuck with you if you're 14.
You fucking 15? He'll only fuck with you if you're 15. I don't want to deal with any more of the bullshit. He'll only fuck with you if you're 14.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, just so the record can show, because we're gonna have people in here. I couldn't do that before.
If I have a problem now because my
look.
What the hell I call it?
Look, you guys.
Medical coverage has all been taken away.
Look.
I have to go back down to the hospital.
Look, boom. That's following, right?
Because I can't afford it.
Right? This is following. Means he clicked follow.
Gonna,
boom.
Back on the scripts again because they took everything away.
I love when he does this shit. Because he's not following no young girls, you know? It's not like, there's one. Let's find the really suspicious one, Rich. Because it says right there. Following.
Leave who be? What are you talking about, Dennis? Yeah, but wouldn't that be the same as me sitting there throwing in the towel?
Dennis, it doesn't matter. If you want to support a fucking pedo, then I'll start with you too. How's that?
I mean, after all, one guy got bored. So he went right back to mocking me again.
No, you said some stupid shit in a live stream, Rich.
What's going on, Josh? New Jersey.
Look, Richard, this is all you guys have to do. We click on her. Look. Date of birth, 2006.
Hello, Josh.
The proof's there, Rich. Nothing to do with you being fat. It's got to do with you being a fucking pedo.
Well, it's not even Josh. It's Josh.
I wish if I clicked on one of these dudes, Rich pops up. So your 853 comments.
I don't know what that means. Oh, okay.
See what you guys are saying. Fucking creep. Oh, now we only call him a pedo because he's fucking fat. That's what he's saying.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Definitely not. Not like there's fucking proof and evidence to back up what I'm saying.
As long as you're decent people, that's all that matters.
Rich, you keep talking about it, bro. Bringing more attention to it. More people's going to come over and see it. And then how do you think you're going to look? Or when they watch your previous live stream. You try to be so fucking smart, but you're so fucking stupid. Hey, Guns. Now we've made all this shit up. Even though he just admitted to it. He was part of some fucking site that they did battles on, but it wasn't TikTok. And I've got a screen recording of it. Because in that screen recording, I go search what the fucking site he says, and that's not the CEO of the company.
And beer, get rid of it, huh?
You're a fucking piece of shit, Rich. You know what's coming to you, dog. You know it.
15.
And let this be a fucking warning to whoever. If you support Rich after this, and I see you supporting him, such as Twisted Mopar Garage, or any of the others, and you're supporting Rich after you've seen the evidence, you'll be in my sights. Because you're supporting a fucking almost 60-year-old man wanting to fuck a girl that was born in 2006. By his own fucking words, he followed her. His own fucking words. He followed her. Back in 2022. She was 16.
Like the Hot Wheels cars. There's not as many people interested in them as you think. And I've been blamed for playing with them too. Even though the cards are still on them. You know, I don't buy as many of them as I used to, but
There's something else, Richie. Rich, you like to talk about my weight and my hair, right? Fat boy. You
like
like to talk about that, right? How's it feel, dog? At 6 years old, I have had more tang than you have in fucking 56 years. Unlike you, I can go out to the bar if I want and hook up. I can click on that little phone right now and hook up. That's what you're mad about, is that I'm still good looking.
I would never be naked online. That's ridiculous. Nope. That never happened, Kim. Nope.
He doesn't realize that this Kim is a troll. And it's awesome.
The guy right above you will verify that.
Go ahead, fucking Twisted. Take up for him. Go ahead. Go ahead. Take up for him.
I don't make nude videos. I don't do that kind of stuff.
I'm done playing with these guys, you guys. From now on, because Barry has no supporters. Rich, on the other hand, people like Twisted, yes. If they take fucking care of him and take up for him, we're all, me, Jeff, I can't speak for Jeff, but I'm sure he's even down for it. We're going to start going after him. You want to support a bad motherfucker like this? Then we're going to go after you.
No, never nude. No, never nude. Might not have had a shirt on. Might not have had a shirt on. Might not have had shoes on. But I always have something on covering up my.
You don't understand that Kim is a fucking troll.
Nude? No.
It's a fake account. Blazing Leo sent me the video.
I don't care who Blazing Leo is. That doesn't mean crap to me.
I don't know who you are, Kim, but good boy, good person.
This is the reason why, Dennis, you see? Because I got to deal with these idiots coming in here and pulling this shit. It's not what it is. So, you know what? This is the reason why, Dennis, you see? Because I got to deal with these idiots coming in here and pulling this shit. I have to do that to every one of them because they don't stop that crap.
No, because people are tired of horrible monsters like you living in the dark.
The difference between somebody being in shorts and somebody that's nude is two different things.
The fact that you are arguing the point makes me think that there is a video out there of you naked.
Now she's gone now, so she or he or whatever it was, they'll probably come back with a fake account next.
Nope, I'm still watching from my main account, Witchy Witch. Say, Can't blame me, dog.
That's exactly why, Dennis. That's why I can't do anything normal on here.
Because your fucking little man complex and your little baby ass ego can't take it.
People come to their own conclusions.
And again,
sickos.
I want to state a simple fact, Rich. I'm going to keep saying it in every fucking... You want to threaten to sue me, bitch? As I'm hiding? My name, my full legal fucking name, Austen, Gregory Lee, Ornduff, Ornduff, 206 West Pleasant Street, Staunton, Indiana, 47881. The old man's legal name, Jack Lee Ornduff Jr. Same address. Come at me, dog.
They're pumping this shit out onto their social media platform, and this is what they do on my live stream.
Don't know who that person was, but
it is defamation of character.
Bring it on, bitch.
You can get somebody's email from Gmail.
You don't have to get it. I'm gonna fucking take a screenshot of it and post it on the community tab.
Money you have.
With my fucking ID.
Get the location of the people by their IP address and virtual address and their MAC address.
Guys, he acts like we're hiding, dude. I told Barry the same fucking thing. He's so fucking illiterate and so stupid. He knows he's caught.
He tells me to stay off here too.
I want him to take me to court.
I've never been the one to be quiet. Especially when it comes to me.
Yeah, you know you're caught.
With my character,
you know you're caught. You are caught, bitch. We got you. Ha 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 ha. We got you.
You're not going to step all over me.
We're doing a pretty fucking good job of stepping all over you.
Falsified garbage.
Using you as a fucking doormat. I love you, Rich. You it.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
Somebody in the chat came in and asked if he was naked or something. I think it was just a fake trolling account.
Nude. I'm sorry, but my definition of nude is not wearing anything. No shirt, no pants.
Did anybody hear him? Because in the chat there was nothing mentioned about a Hot Wheels track that I saw. Maybe there was, but from what I saw, there wasn't. I want y'all's opinion. In the comments, dude.
Inappropriate.
In the comments.
Showing myself like, come on. I know I'm heavy.
How many of y'all...
How would I do that?
If you haven't been a parent at all, would want somebody like Rich around your kid. No, now you know what he is. How many of y'all would want him over?
I don't have the stamina or the energy to deal with a relationship of any kind, you know, with...
Dude, you act like you have a choice. Look at your fat ass.
I definitely wouldn't be going.
You haven't seen your dick since the Reagan administration.
I had some lady sit there exchanging numbers with me at the deli.
Yeah, I buy that fucking story, Rich. I buy that, Bubba.
But I just left it alone. I don't.
Sure.
Not interested. I've been there. I was married. I know what it entails. I know what a single woman with a child can bring to a man's life.
Hang on, you guys. Before I talk, I gotta compose myself because that right there just went clean through me. Like, you guys understand what he just did, right? He blamed not only his ex-wife but her son. Rich. You piece of fucking total scum. Well, how is it your stepson's fault? Don't know how well y'all can see that. Real men don't blame the children for why the relationship failed. There was 2 fucking adults, and only one of them was trying, and it wasn't fucking you. It's it's kind of hilarious. Let's blame the child that literally he was just put in the middle of it. What a loser.
It can bring happiness or it can bring misery.
I can tell you this, Rich. Bubba. And I could speak on this because I haven't been in rich shoes, but I dated somebody with a kid for 6 months. I have that kid's name tattooed on my fucking arm. Never once would I blame my past relationship with my ex. Never once would I blame that on her son. Never once would I say that all the pain it could bring. Because even now, what pain I feel for the loss of not having him around, I wouldn't. If I could go back in time, I wouldn't do anything different. I wouldn't change a fucking thing. You know why? Because I fucking got to enjoy one of the few joys that people like you don't understand, and that's being a parent. Having a child look at you like a fucking superhero. When you walk through the fucking door, them always greeting you. Always happy to see you. And yeah, was there times that me and my ex, sorrow times? Yes. I didn't care because you know why? As long as I knew if I saw him smile, he was happy. That's all I cared about. How dare you blame this child? Takes two to fight, Rich. So, I mean, you just showed your character right there again. But then you have to put, as you would say, put words in your mouth. You fucking said it. People like you crack me up. That was because she had a woman and a kid. It was just misery. No.
Yeah, that's what they're doing right now. I know. I don't know how they're doing it. I don't know why they're doing it. I don't know how in the hell they're even allowed to do it. But apparently YouTube doesn't pull anything on them as far as, having any strikes.
Unlike you, Rich, I haven't violated any community guidelines. You've said the N-word, dog, live.
Likeness of me.
Yeah, I can do
my voice and
I can do
it on their screen is illegal.
No, it's not. What law is it, Rich? Law.
My stuff from my page does not belong on your
It's not copyright. How many of y'all seen the Johnny Bravo stuff?
Distorted mind thinks you do not have a right to do this.
Just wait. I'm so going to get a hold of JD Delay, and we're going to see if he'll pick it up.
You also don't have a right to do that either.
Do something then, bitch.
You put the likeness of me or my voice or anything that has to do with me on your page without permission, and it's slander. And the way
it is not slander. It is not slander when it's your words.
That's slander.
No, your words. Your words. It is not even defamation of character because it's your words. Not mine, yours. See, I could say this right now. I could say right now, on live, I wish somebody would face fuck Rich in the fucking face with a big fucking dildo. And there's not a fucking thing you can do it. Because you know what? It's my opinion. My opinion is you should get fucked in the face by a big fucking dick until you can't fucking breathe. My opinion. My opinion is you're the lowest form of fucking scum on this planet. You're a fucking pedophile. You're a fucking racist. You are a fucking loser at everything you've ever fucking done in life, from being a father on down the line, because you're a fucking loser. A natural born loser. My opinion is you've sexted underage girls. By the proof I have on you, that is probably a fact.
Called financial suffering. There's disposition of character. A lot of shit.
Financial suffering. Like he would have to make money on YouTube for it to be financial suffering, and it would have to be false. But I forget. We got fucking grade A lawyer here, Richard
Well, what
fucking
have you been
Fuller.
doing lately, Dennis? What are you working on now?
You guys, everybody's in the chat right now. Look up the New Jersey Special Victims Unit. I'm gonna call Monday. Everybody call Monday. Let them know about this.
What about you, Tater? What are you doing?
We get a detective there. Rich will go to jail, and that's a promise. Because he's so fucking smart, but he's so fucking stupid.
Oh, yeah?
I had to compose myself, you guys. I'm into just.
What are you doing on the 4th?
A real man would not blame a fucking literal child for why his relationship fell apart. Exactly, DRC. He literally thinks that we were part of you and Will's fucking group over the Indian stand thing. He literally thinks that.
Oh, there you go.
My beef with him is he's a fucking liar and a fucking racist.
I think they already had ours up here. I could be wrong, though. It could be just because of the veterans.
Yeah, he still talks about it. How we're all part of that. You guys is like inner circle, and he's been doing it for 4 fucking years because somehow we all know each other, and that's my problem. That's me and Mako's problem with him is over you and Will and the Indian stand. He like really, he don't even understand plain English. I'm starting to think he don't have a fucking driver's license because he's not smart enough to fucking learn basic English. So I doubt he has a driver's license. That's a lie. I know he has a driver's license. I was making a fucking joke. But seriously. I'm giving that twist the benefit of the doubt. Maybe he hasn't seen this shit. Don't worry. I'll make a post and I'll tag him in it. Then he can't say he hasn't seen it. Now, you guys, remember fucking 2 weeks ago he said he didn't have $500 in the bank? Now he's saying he's got $30,000 in the bank, but can't afford a small block Chevy. You had notification there, fat boy? He literally still thinks, you guys, that LOL cow means fucking that he is fat.
So the dent's right up on top then, right?
Dent's in your fucking skull. Be right back, guys. I gotta grab a charger and something to drink.
So a couple people probably let it drop then, in order to make it worse. Yeah, if it's on the crease or where the fold is, that's the hardest area to get out. It's like the 57. Remember when I told you I put the car up on rims? And when I took it down, the one rim went up underneath the wheel well on the passenger side. Well, it actually messed up the metal on the outside too. So I gotta somehow figure out how to straighten that out.
Straighten your fucking upper lip out, bitch. How about you come straighten these nuts, fat boy?
I'll have to see that. I'll have to take a look. What about the car that you had on rotisserie? Did you get that done yet? Is that back together or? being put back together or what? What's the deal? I'd like to see where you're at with that one.
He can't stomach the fact that these videos are starting to see, people are starting to see these videos. He's gonna get recognized for fucking being a pedo.
Yeah, but a lot of people tell me I'm no good at that either.
You're not.
You know, even though I've shown what I've done with rattle cans. You know?
Yeah.
Let's
Tell you what, guys, we should all be fucking, we should all paint rattle cans because that paint is awesome.
On the 57, if you've seen the video of that, you can see the reflection.
Does your buddy Twisted paint rattle can? I think not.
The warning dog, you know, sign on the telephone pole too.
Yeah.
Or at least you can see the outline of it.
Yeah, the outline. A paint job is supposed to be crystal clear. You're supposed to be able to see your fucking self. You're supposed to be able to read Coca-Cola in a paint job.
All right, well, if it's on the bottom, that's a different story, though, Dennis. It's not working to be really seen.
Doesn't matter.
You know, but I know how you work, so it's, you know.
So I mean, half-ass is half-ass can get. It's on the bottom, so it can't be anything matter.
Yeah.
Fat fucking loser. No, he just used no names to get up there and fucking followers, and then does this content, which nobody gives a shit. The only time somebody's minute that he admits failure with that fucking car, or even if he wins at it, people are gonna be done. What other content can he bring you? He don't have multiple fucking cars. He's took 3 fucking years to do a shitty paint job on a 57 Chevy and fuck up an engine 3 ways from Sunday. What other content can he bring you guys? He was literally measuring the fucking cylinder with a fucking tape measure. Literally, a tape measure. And then, he thinks he's so fucking bright, he posts that shit on Facebook and gets laughed at.
Probably should go and plug this back in.
I mean, we got guys in the chat like DRC Racing. I know for a fact he's got a badass. I think it's a Duster. He could even take a small block Chevy, dude. It should be fucking simple to rebuild. Fucking simple. You shouldn't take 3 years and still fuck it up. On here bragging that he has fucking Rich on here bragging that he's got 75 pounds of compression on cylinder 1. That's not something to brag about.
Get that up there.
Yeah, you can see it around his fat fucking neck. Or lack thereof. No. My name Rich. I sometimes dwell on myself. Mama told me I was special. She. Oh, I got a video from Instagram saved that we're going to review. So I might screen record that right now and post that because I might do that one next. Where he literally makes himself look like he has like Downs or something and makes fun of that.
Oh, that's good. All right, so it's kind of like not just the bottom, it's kind of like up on the side that you can see then. Yeah, a lot of hammer and dolly work, yeah. Definitely. Because I think those tailgates are usually made a little thicker than usual, aren't they? Or at least with thicker metal.
Again. I just figured I'd love to rub it in people's faces. You know, all these people
We got some videos on Instagram, you guys. We could fucking screen record and review.
Hello, everybody. It's Rich220. I don't know if you know this guy or not, but we're gonna see if we can't.
I want to warn you guys ahead of time. I can't see you guys' chat right now, but I want to warn you guys ahead of time. The video that we're gonna do next is from Rich's Instagram, and it is he makes fun of just he's deleted this video. It was on his face on his YouTube. He's deleted this video since this all shit went down.
Hey, I definitely gotta get my hair cut. Too long.
Hey, Rich, buddy, I got something to tell you. Let's do a scale test. I'll step on a scale, dog. There's a difference. You're ashamed to be fat. Fuck it. If you want to call me fat, call me fat. I am fat. I'll own that shit. There's a difference. I do something or I am something, I'm gonna fucking own it. You won't do that because you give too many fucks what the general public thinks of you, not understanding that if you owned most of this shit, like the car shit and shit like that, and the shit you just misspoke on when it comes to the car shit, everybody's like, okay, he's just a fucking idiot. You think you're going to turn into the next fucking Steve Dulcich or Mike Finnegan or David Freiberger. You don't have the brain power to be any of them guys. You're not even on the same level of mechanics as I am. And I am nowhere near the greats. But I know 10 times more than you when it comes to cars.
See, like if I had the 57 here, I'd probably be able to do it a lot easier.
Oh, yeah, here we fucking go. Jesus. Drink. And look at this fucktard, dude. He literally thinks, you guys, that makes him look cool.
I know, but it's not easy for me. Being overweight and having breathing problems, and high blood pressure.
Oh, dude. Oh,
Really. So I understand what you're saying about letting all that other stuff go, because I got to, because that
listen,
he doesn't give a shit if I die.
Being fucking fat is nobody's fucking fault but yours. Here's an idea. You don't want to be fat. Get off your ass and exercise.
You have to learn to ignore these assholes. As hard as it is, I do. I have to. Or I'm going to be dead before
Good. I fucking, in my opinion, the day that the fucking earth takes you back into its fucking grips will be the day that everybody should fucking celebrate. You're wanting to blame your health. Whose fucking fault is it that they have bad health? Yours.
Is it a bitch, or is it just as easy to get it out?
Listen, I'm gonna say this. It isn't the medicine's fault why I'm fat. It isn't anybody's fucking fault that I'm fat. It's my fault I'm fat. And I still get up and do shit. You don't want to act like it's fucking the world's fault you're fucking fat or somehow genetics, when the truth is you just like stuffing fucking ding-dongs and ho-hos and fucking Twinkies in your fucking gullet. Oh, I talked to him in emails, fucking Brandon. He's all right. I gotta screen record a bunch of shit and send it to him. I need to get his mom on fucking live because she has the right to go in here and defend herself. We'll talk about one-sided shit. Let's talk about you bad-mouthing your ex-wife. That's one-sided.
I hear you. Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's fucking genetics why I'm fat. No, bitch. You're fat because all you do is sit on your ass, eat ding-dongs and ho-hos in a fucking baking pan this fucking size, bigger than my laptop keypad, of lasagna by yourself.
So how hard is it to get the dent out?
You literally cook food as if you were cooking for a whole family.
Too bad.
You're one man. I can't eat that much.
Oh, a dually. A dually. Wait a minute. I thought the dually tailgates were heavy.
Exactly, DRC. He literally, sometimes you get him mad enough, he'll start fucking mentioning you and Will, and that engine stand thing, knowing that the man was probably blowing up your guys' fucking phones constantly. When you guys were doing it for free just to help him out.
And if it is, it's very thin.
Slandering y'all 6 ways from Sunday. If anybody's ever noticed, Rich can't take responsibility. He can't. It's like these fucking people don't have a moral compass.
Yeah, 3,500. That's the biggest one I got.
Exactly,
right?
DRC. See everybody? DRC in the chat. That is the guy that him and Will was going to send Rich an engine stand. Another great channel. Go check him out. I think he's got is it a Duster or a Start Sport? That green car you got.
I don't think you're as heavy as I am, Dennis. I haven't weighed myself since I've been at the house. I'm sure I'm over 300.
Holy shit, 538. Wow.
But my breathing is a problem, you know? And then my legs being swelling up like they are.
It's a pretty badass car. I love that green. That green's badass.
And I keep getting like a stiffness right in here, just above the heart when I climb stairs and stuff. So I actually have to stop and give it a couple of minutes before I continue on.
You guys, but Rich's health is getting better, but he can't make it up to the fucking stairs going 3 steps up without taking a breather. You know what I feel sorry for you guys the most? When Rich finally kills over. The corner, when they take him out of that fucking place. Imagine having to lift his fat ass down the stairs. All that dead weight. I don't know if any of y'all have had to bury a dog before, but if you lift your dog before it gets old and passes away, they're lighter when they're alive. When they die, they're heavier. Now imagine a human that's 4'2" and 600 pounds.
Stretch again, because the metal actually stretches when it's hot, and then once it cools, it retracts, right?
We're fucking learning science with Rich today. Who knew that metal that was heated up and it cools shrinks? Oh my god. I learn something every fucking day that I watch Rich's shit, and that's how not to be a fucking shitty YouTuber.
Hello everybody, it's Rich. Now I'll have to take a look at that, Dennis.
Oh, Richie, you're gonna be so mad. You know, I love how he comes on here and says that, ready for this? I just did a video on King of Zule, or however the fuck you say his name, who raped a 15-year-old girl. But I only call people that's fat pedos. That dude is fucking 10 times swooler on fucking steroids than me, Rich, Dad, any fucking body. But I got his shit right with the documentation, but ain't even Barry's, but it's just Rich it's not there. Fucking idiot.
I know what you're trying to say. Don't be giving excuses to not do things. I understand that.
See, you guys, it's not even my community. This is Rich's own fucking moderator.
I told you. I said, you're not a spring chicken either, so.
But he still does shit. He is still, I've seen that man. He is still a bigger dude.
Do and then when to cut it, you know?
You're blaming you just being fucking lazy and not wanting to sweat to get something done on health.
Oh, you mean like welding rods, like when you put the copper things on the metal and, you get the desired area that you want to straighten out, and then you pop them out, right? My mother did those. They were my mother's. One is the younger version of
How
Elvis, and the
shitty of
other
a
one is
person you gotta be for fucking
the
your
older
own brother and
Elvis.
sister to want hardly anything to do with you?
I managed to still.
Why
have
is it
them
dudes
with
like
me.
Barry and fucking Rich that have that type of family dynamics? My sister lives 2 fucking hours away, and if she called me right now saying she needs something, I would be there in a fucking instant. When you're close, or you're even just family in general, you don't just ghost each other and not spend holidays with each other and shit like that. And Rich being the older fucking, I think he's the older brother of all of them.
Yeah.
Should have looked out for him and everything. But we know he fucking didn't.
A bunch of stuff from,
fucking coward.
The Beatles,
he would throw his sister or his brother underneath the fucking bus to save his own cowardly little skin.
I've got a ton of baseball cards and video games and consoles.
You're another Ryan fucking Beamer.
I think I said it. Boom boxes from the 80s.
That's the truth. You're a coward.
I got 3 bikes in here. I got a.
Cause say whatever you want about Barry. Barry stood there, and Ryan, being his fucking son, should have stood there right there with his fucking dad, ready to handle business if it came down to it.
I have a 74.
Did you see me hightail it and run? No, I fucking stood there.
Then I have a 79.
Because I got my dad's back. I got my family's back.
And they're in really good condition for how old they are. They were actually
loyalty above all else.
Just collecting dust. Even the tires were still, inflated.
You guys should really use InShort and shit because they
I hear you.
Fucking.
But I like to see it though, Dennis. Though
I
like your work, man. You do a damn good job.
So you guys use InShort. It's a good editing software.
I try and do my best with my painting when I do it, but
here we go.
Apparently, rattle cans is not the right way of doing it.
It's not. Anybody will tell you that.
But I can't afford to,
Jesus fucking Christ.
Absorb an amount of money to get hardener and reducer.
Guys, it's not 1960 anymore. If you do the body, the paintwork, all by yourself, newsflash, you're looking at most maybe $1,000, and that's giving it some for paintwork. No, Rich, you don't have the talent to pull it off.
Filters and all that other garbage. So if I don't use the rattle can, I don't even have the compressor anymore. I got rid of it. I don't have the air guns anymore either. I got rid of that too.
So here's the video we're going to put up, you guys. Right here, which we'll do right in a minute. Rich is off live. I had to edit it and make it fucking
and the guy that's there,
2 parts to make it long enough for a fucking video.
Is that, Dennis? The guy that owns the house, I don't want to sit there and interfere, because I don't know if he's got somebody in the house or not, And I don't want to startle him because I'm out there messing with the car,
Hold up. What would it matter if he had somebody there and you guys are friends, right? I could get Rich is trying to say he's worried about getting shot. Get it. But if he's never said, hey, when Rich went to the door and he came out with a fucking gun in his hand, then why would you think that? Like my grandpa, for instance. I know if I go there after a certain time of night to say, hey, it's me, when I knock on the door. Because my grandpa don't give a fuck. He'll just come to the door with a fucking gun and you take a chance on getting blown through the fucking door. Truth. So I always say, hey, it's me. Don't shoot.
So sometimes I'll check with him and see if it's okay.
I think you'd be all right doing that, Keith.
Ireland, hey. How's it going, Keith?
This way, Keith. Everybody at one point, whether it's their grandparents, their great-grandparents,
on my mother's side,
foreigners. So
we are a direct descendant of royalty from Ireland.
Bullshit, Rich.
That are from foreign countries that come here, and they have their kids here.
I don't know who Blazing Leo is,
Yeah, I
but
gotta eat better.
my dog.
Lots of water, yeah. See, I got those Brita filters too, so the water should be a little bit better yet. Sweet. Yeah, from Ireland, Monaghan.
Yeah,
That name
you guys,
should be
he's
known
fucking
pretty
royalty.
well.
He's fucking royalty.
And my uncle actually did what do you call it? The roots, you know, like you go online, ancestry and all that other stuff. And we go back to the 1300s, and we are somehow in the line affiliated with Roosevelt, Kennedy, and a lot of other people. I have to find out what my
Listen to this. They're fucking ancestors with. Y'all heard that. This man is delusional as fuck.
Researched it all the way back to the 1300s. So apparently there's some information somewhere. I know he's got binders in his house. You know, that have a lot of information in it. Dublin, Ireland. Okay. Sweet. Well, don't forget to subscribe there, buddy. That way you can come back in, or you can see when I go live again.
Yeah, be
It
my
doesn't
friend.
cost anything. Don't even think it does, because it doesn't.
Be my friend. I'm not go dick. Just subscribe.
Yeah, they're from a. And you'll be able to come in here more often. You know what I mean? Thank you, bud. Appreciate it. Yeah, you can find a better house. I don't even know what time it is out there. It's got to be like dark or something like that. Or maybe he's up way early in the morning, you know? But, you know, you got to go to the area. Yep. You know, you got to go to the area where it is. You want to see what it looks like and live in an apartment or an efficiency for a little while. Now, that's military hours. But, you know, you got to go to the so it's like what? See, I was never in the military, so I can't tell you what that is.
That'll change next week.
I know you have to go by a certain amount of time, would be like 12 and then 1.
No. Military time, you stupid fuck, would be like 0600, 0800, 0900.
Now, you ought to be hitting the hay soon then.
Stupid
Going to
fucker.
sleep soon.
He don't even know what military time is.
I appreciate that.
And it's not only the military that uses that kind of time. Even though it's called military time.
KINSELLA. Okay. Oh, okay. I can't do that. I can't do that at night. I tried that once with one job. I worked at a shop right doing third shift stock. When we went on break, I actually one of the registers with the conveyor belts. And I didn't wake up until 5 in the morning. I was like, oops, guess this job's not for me.
Got your nose, you fat fuck. Smack.
Leo, if it's got to do with anything from the other people, I am not here for that. This is not their live stream. This is mine.
No, you come over here when I'm live right now?
No offense, but I'm not here for that garbage.
Nope.
It's got to go.
You're not here for the proof.
Oh, car parts. Okay. Cool.
Right? He's fucking weird.
I'm not getting mad, but what's the thing real quick? Let's get it over with, all right? Because I really don't want to be dealing with any of this garbage. I'm tired of it. I don't need my blood pressure raised.
I'm not doing it, but what is it? Oh, that's a good shit, you guys. Seriously, you guys need to help me come up with
about that. That's over and done with. That's old news, and I really don't care. The person shouldn't be coming into work looking like that if they're in a professional position.
Oh! Blazing Leo, right here, you guys. Hey, I was told to ask you something. Please don't get mad. What happened between you and the desk worker at the hotel? Are you mad? She don't have... Rich has a right to talk about how he wants to tie her up and fuck her, but she shouldn't be allowed to dress how she wants to dress. Maybe her husband likes it when she dresses, in your words, sexy and all that. Maybe she just don't like it when 50-something-year-old fucking men talk about BDSMing her and tying her up and fucking to a fucking sex swing and blinking her fucking brains out. No, he likes submissive women. If you have a brain and can think for your fucking self, he don't like you.
Yeah.
That goes for men, women, people in general.
No, actually, there's still nobody there, Tater. I mean, it looks like a couple of things have been moved around, but no, I think this guy's dealing with some major fines because he actually closed off the deck. And he didn't have somebody come in and inspect it.
Here's my question to Rich. How does Rich know that's not just a closed-in porch? He just put plywood outside to close in the porch. You can do that without permits. There's no law. He's not building a major structure. The structure was over there. He just plywood in to make it an enclosed porch. A breezeway, if you will. So, I mean, he don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. He's never set foot in his fucking room to say it's an actual room or a dwelling. Code enforcement Rich, though, to the rescue. Oh boy, how our fucking houses would be falling apart if we had Rich as a code enforcement officer.
Well, yeah, I think you'd be all right doing that, Keith. I think you'd be all right. You know, everybody. Let's just put it this way, Keith. Everybody at one point, whether it's their grandparents or their great-grandparents or something, have all been foreigners. So we're all from somewhere else and come here. And then, you know, the ones that are from foreign countries that come here and they have their kids here, they're American. But, you know, like I said...
He don't even understand how that works. Kids or no kids. Once you become a citizen of the United States of America, you're an American. Kids, and even marriage in some cases, just make it easier to become a citizen of the United States. Jesus.
You never lose your parents or your grandparents or your great-grandparents' ethnic roots.
Heritage. Heritage, you stupid fucker. Heritage.
Your roots in general, like Irish, German, Swiss, American Native Indian, stuff like that, you know? That'll always stay.
I'm not going to go into a big detail because I don't know my fucking ancestry. I don't really care. But I know I'm German and fucking Irish. So that's all I fucking care about.
That's part of your parents' bloodstream. Or their blood, you know? That's where they came from.
Their lineage. You stupid fucker. You're not talking about shit. At least know what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah, by about $135, Tater.
Is that how much it costs to have you suck my cock?
The cable and the heat and water are included, so I think even my brother would do better here than where he's at.
Your brother ain't gonna move there because you're there. Ain't nobody won't be around you.
No, I'm not mad, Leo. I'm not mad. Yeah, I tried to answer the question as honestly as I could.
As honestly as he could. You notice he didn't answer it, though. Saying I don't want to discuss this, that's not answering the question. That's saying, hey, look, I don't want to talk about this. That's not answering the question.
person's going to go into a management position that part of them should not be exposed by a jacket that has a see-through area.
Her body, her choice. What does management or not man? She has a right to dress how she wants to dress without you wanting to put her on a fucking sex swing and fuck her fucking brains out. And then going into fucking detail, where she works, what she works day shift. There's a whole lot more that you're leaving out. You went into detail what she was wearing, what she looked like. She worked day shift. And then want to talk about, I'd fucking like to give her my fucking 10-inch long and just blah, 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 blah. Dude, come on, bro.
That's it.
That's stalker behavior. You don't just look at some woman because she's got big ass tits and a nice ass and go, well, you know what, guys? This is what this girl looks like. I want to bend her over a table and give her the old good 1-2. Fucking perv.
My case scenario is it's just big enough for me. That's it. And I still haven't even gotten all my stuff moved in yet.
Don't forget the same man that says, I have water in my lungs, but I can breathe barely. But I got water in my lungs. If I don't take a piss every 5 seconds, they'll fill up and I'll suffocate.
Find a better house than that over here. I mean, you'd have to live in an apartment or an efficiency for a little while until you locate.
What happened was, I saw you over there. You want to answer your question? I'll answer it for you. What happened was, Rich moves out of his fucking house. Moves out of his house. Moves to a hotel. Me and Mako, which is another channel here, start watching this dude's shit. This dude literally goes on there, says that she's dressed provocatively, goes into how he wants to BDSM her and fuck her fucking brains out, how she has nice tits, and every fucking thing else. How he wants to give her the good 1-2, and all this other bullshit. So we call and let this woman know because he went into, when she worked a day shift, he said, what she looked like in great detail for one of his perverted fucking audience members to take a chance on going to the hotel because we all knew where it was. Everybody that watched the shit knew. And teaching them this woman getting hurt because Rich wants to fucking get on here and be a fucking perv. So me and Jeff called and let
you want to see what it looks like, you know what I mean?
The hotel know, and he got kicked out.
In case you got kids.
Management or no management, a woman has the right to dress how she wants to dress without somebody like Rich going into detail how he wants to fuck her.
Big role in it, like, they're not going to wind up living in something that looks like the ghetto. They're probably going to wind up liking something that's like in a country setting, See, I was thinking I was going to move to PA or Delaware, or something like that, because Delaware there's no taxes. That might be your good choice too, Keith. Yeah, but when you come over here, it's a little bit different. You gotta, how do I say, like certain areas.
You're wrong, Rich.
More money than others. You know what I'm saying? So you may have to work in a different area than where you live.
Jesus Christ.
In order to make up that difference. You know what I mean? Yeah, well, like I said, you definitely...
That right there, it's a fucking mole.
Actually have
Skin
to,
tab. He's got him over his fucking nasty ass body.
Check out the areas of employment, and how much they pay and how much they differ from one another. Because they do differ.
Said he had skin cancer. Been having it. It hasn't progressed. It hasn't killed him, but he's had it for fucking 15 years.
I don't know how much
and all it is because when he picks a scab off his back, his back bleeds.
Well, when I did it, it was actually $11,000 down on a $155 mortgage.
Can't wait for the day that I get a fucking... I find out that this fat fuck has turned back to the earth. I swear, I'm going to have a fucking barbecue. I'm going to invite all y'all to it, and we're going to have a fucking party.
Mortgage. Because if you get a variable, the taxes are going to keep going up. And what that does is it actually puts pressure on your income and squeezes it until you can't afford it anymore. That's what the variable does.
Everybody say about
That's
variable
what
mortgage.
happened.
We're gonna look this shit up.
If the mortgage was a fixed, it would have been set to a same price every month, so there'd be no surprises. Just make sure you do that first. Those things. Nice to meet you too.
You guys can read that for
Like and
yourselves.
subscribe. Because if you need any other information that I can give you,
Yeah, listen to the man that lost his house.
regardless of what other people think. Trust me, I've been through it. I know what I'm talking about.
Whoever the fuck you
Especially
are,
in Jersey.
whoever the fuck you are, you want to learn from somebody that knows their shit, go to John Wilburn.
And I don't have a problem helping out somebody that's, trying to do what you're doing. That's great. No problem, Keith. Now you go get some damn rest, man. Unless you're going into work.
That's a fucking fake account, you guys. I'm telling you.
All right, man. All right, I'll talk to you later. You have a good one. Be safe. Watch out for the other idiots because they're not watching you.
Let's get forward a little bit.
If I die from anything, it's going to be mold.
Oh, are we having a fucking fat attack?
They don't even show one episode anymore. Now they just show like they show the same damn thing all the time.
Exactly, Mach 1. Exactly.
Oh, the other remote.
See, I don't know anything about this shit, but I know Google. And if I have about asking, I can ask my grandpa. Because he knows his shit.
Ain't this damn cough.
Exactly, Blazing Leo.
Get it. I don't know where the hell the damn remote went.
Exactly, Mach 1. Nice having a fucking fart attack.
Where's the hat? I don't see the remote.
I think he says his apartment has black mold in it, by the way. That's gross. That is fucking gross. Nobody wants to hear you spitting. Ugh.
Oh, good. Now we get to remove your stupid ass. Patrick, goodbye.
Don't know who Patrick was, but you're awesome. Keep at him. Exactly. He acts like he won. He moved to a studio apartment for that kind of money. He is fucking delusional. He had 30 grand. He could have bought him a nice house in some kind of little area, a little subdivision, and have people come cut his grass. That made me laugh, Bruce. He can come hawk to on my thing.
Yeah, it's just when I was in the house, I actually didn't know how much mold was in there, and I was ingesting mold for 10 years.
Ingesting. So he ate the mold.
When I was in the house, I actually
Ingesting. Ingesting.
So everybody thinks I'm going to die from cigarettes. It's actually going to be from mold, because the mold is worse.
You guys can't make this shit up. You guys just heard him, right? He hasn't lived in the house for what, 5, 6 months? Something like that. Maybe even longer. And the mold is still biting him. You can't make it up. New apartment, no mold, but the old house, dude, them mold spores are flying through the air, tracking Rich down and letting him breathe them in.
Your body can only clean out so much.
This dude's a fucking idiot. Your body can only clean out so much. It ain't the cigarettes.
It's resilient, but
It ain't the cigarettes. You got a bald spot, Rich, right there. Right there. The bald spot. Bald spot. Bald spot.
There's a damn TV remote. Tired of watching the same crap all the time.
Tired of watching the same crap. You better get your credit card out and buy another DVD. And y'all hear him say you need government clearance to drive a fucking van.
So I get what we call a lot of mucus filled up in my my breathing path. So instead of trying to breathe through it, I try and get it out.
Your lungs should not, I don't know of any disease besides something like AIDS, something with flu-like symptoms, that would cause your body, because asthma and COPD don't cause you to build up fucking mucus in your lungs. Because I have asthma and COPD. That's not how that works, Rich. See what I mean? You're such a fucking idiot. You got a disease or something then. That's not how that works, Rich. I mean, you're such a fucking idiot. You got a disease or something. Look at him. He is sitting in a fucking rocker and can't breathe. I have been sitting here this whole fucking time, and I can breathe just fine. See?
I wouldn't want to somebody with that physical condition that I have.
Hey, Rich, I want to let you know something, dog. Again, you are fucking fat. Therefore, your water retention, your breathing is all fucking stemmed problems from your weight. Lose the fucking weight, and you won't burden a person, as you want to put it, with your fucking health problems, because you won't have said health problems. I've lost 100 pounds, and my breathing has gotten 10 times better.
In a relationship, I don't want them feeling pity for me, you know?
No, that's all you want, bitch, is pity. Somebody that wouldn't want a relationship would keep, well, they wouldn't keep saying, well, I don't want a relationship because of this. They're just like, I don't want a relationship. He wants one. Nobody wants him, though. Nobody wants the ugly fucking duckling. Bald spot. Bald spot. Stolen valor. Dun, 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 dun. Stolen valor. Racist map. Dun, 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 dun. Rich220 is a fucking racist map. Dun, 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 dun. Stolen valor.
No, that's a very expensive area to live. Oh, there's even money back there. What the hell? What shit is this?
Whose shit is this? But there's only one person in the house, so I would assume, it would have to be your shit.
I will be back in a minute. I have to use the make a pit stop.
Sitting in a fucking rocker and can't catch his breath.
People will also fucking remote for the TV.
Sitting in a fucking rocker and can't catch his breath. I mean, you guys, we're having a big old party when this fucker croaks. Me and Jeff are gonna get together. We're gonna buy a bunch of food, buy a bunch of you guys out, play songs and dance, play ding dong. The bitch is dead. The rich is dead. Me and Jeff are gonna get together. We're gonna buy a bunch of food, buy a bunch of you guys out, play songs and dance, play ding dong. The bitch is dead. The rich is dead. We'll put Stolen Valor on a fucking fireman jacket and fold it up. Take it to his gravesite and put it down. Make sure it says Stolen Valor, Richard Fuller, 1969 to whatever date. He's back. Stolen Valor. Dun, 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 dun. Racist map. Dun, 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 dun. Lies about health issues. Dun, 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 dun. Emotional vampire. Dun, 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 dun.
There you go. That's what happens.
He looks like a fucking pelican. Rich must confess that he feels like a monster.
So the damn thing was right over here.
He feels it just beneath the skin. He feels it deep within.
That's it. On the cable box.
You got a Vizio TV, bro. Woo! So do I, Rich. Smart TV. Hey, that means you can review my content.
Yeah,
You got a
okay,
smart
now.
TV. As long as you got Wi-Fi. You okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I went over and sucked Austin's cock, so I feel so much better.
Garbage.
This is what happens if you take a slug off the ground and microwave on high for 5 minutes. This is what happens when you fucking take the afterbirth and put it in the fucking microwave for fucking 10 minutes. Rich looks like one of them fucking turtles that you find fucking stuck between train tracks because he's too stupid to figure out how to get the fuck out of it.
Oh, back down to 8 again.
I don't know if you guys are down in the chat, but check out what Bruce said. This shit's funny as fuck. I'm gonna tell I'm gonna tell my heart doctor that if we ever do a stint on me, I want him to go in right by my neck while I'm standing up, coming through the neck.
Good to have a lot more than
That way it's closer to the heart.
I thought that's where I got my metal detector from.
I bet your doctor looked and said, we can't do that.
What was that?
And video record this because I want to be the first man to get one standing up.
Well, now there's 8. Never 0 though. Not even my last stream.
What does 0 have to do with nobody was talking to you because you creeped him the fuck out? Even this live, you've creeped him the fuck out. You literally, I have never seen Dad speechless with his skin crawling. You literally had his skin crawling. Had him about to throw up. That is pretty fucking bad. My stomach don't get queasy fucking very easily. And Rich's last live stream made me queasy.
Not much. David, how you doing? What are you up to?
Is Renegade there?
Hope you're staying out of trouble.
Oh no, this dude right here. Don't y'all find it kind of funny that Renegade hasn't been in Rich's live? Like, look, these are all the chats. Nowhere is Renegade. In his live this morning, you didn't hear him mention him. Renegade, I honestly hope, dog, that you are, because you gotta have a brain. You have to see what Rich is. Hopefully, you're doing the right thing.
I'm stuck right now because I can't find my TV remote, so I'm stuck watching ridiculousness.
Honestly, you guys, if I want to be fucking completely honest, if he just steps away from Rich, stops running his fucking jibs, I'll leave him the fuck alone.
I wanted to say Nigel, but it just looks like NGL.
And I know you ain't seen me attack Twisted yet. He hasn't said nothing bad about me. He's always in Rich's live just saying, ignore him. The only reason Renegade's getting the smoke right now, yes, he's a Rich's mod. Yes. But it's because he made the comment that me and Jeff would be more fucking successful if we didn't fuck with Rich or Barry or anybody like that. We did our own content. Well, newsflash, this is our own content. Once we talk like this, it makes it our content. Just so we're clear. But, and then you go look at his channel. He has 19,000 subscribers. He gets 10 viewers in his live stream. We basically have that right now. 10 fucking viewers in our live stream. That's not a flex. He gets under, on average, 200 views per video with 20,000 fucking subscribers. You're not going to come at me and talk about success.
Oh shit.
And I was nice. I plainly just said, leave me the fuck alone. And he didn't want to leave me the fuck alone.
And then they wound up sitting in front of it, and they're like waving their hands on and everything, and all of a sudden...
I don't know how these guys can back Rich. He is we have literally proof what he is. It's there. It's in black and white. Anybody with a fucking brain can see it.
Now that was dumb. You can't see that rope?
But think about this, you guys. For those of you that are new in here, back when my ex and my son were living here, back then, I had mentioned that I had a son, but I kept him off of social media pretty, like, he was in like the background of 1 or 2 videos when he was in a car seat, I couldn't get him out of the video. I tried for the most part to keep him off of here because of Barry and people like that. Even on the main channel. Sickos like moi. This man literally said, I want to hear your son talking in the background of the video. My 6-year-old, he wanted to hear talking in the background of the video. And now think about the shit we found out about him. Think about it.
Somebody that's doing surfing with a rope attached to the other boat.
That's not surfing, you fucktard.
The boat comes across and literally runs over the person that's water skiing with the rope on it.
Oh, exactly.
I don't know that many people, David. I really don't. Like I said, I keep to myself. The only thing I massively ever do is these live streams. That's it.
Thank you. This is fucking sad because if you took YouTube away from Rich, he would have nobody. He would have no life. He wouldn't have no social interaction with anybody. It's fucking sad. He's 55 years. He should have tons of friends. My grandpa's pushing 70, and he still has friends that are alive that come over. They go to gun stores together. Shut up. I have fucking... Me, I keep my circle small, very small. And I have a buddy. Dad has... My point is, you lived 55 years, but you have nobody. No family, no friends, nobody. This is your social life. That is sad. That is pitiful. Take fucking YouTube away from me, and I'm still going to be doing the car thing. Still...
Don't even talk to me, you know?
And you're finally realizing you don't even have fucking YouTube anymore.
Yeah, but I'm at my house anymore. Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Don't let that fool you, because he can have people over at his apartment. There's no fucking rules against it. But you have to have somebody that wants to come over and hang out.
Yeah, it's usually pretty good. And usually, what I do is, when I do have a grill, but I gotta use a frying pan or something. It's one of those butane grills, so I'd actually have to go to the park or something in order to cook.
Think about this, folks. How many of y'all, dude, out there, if you had 30 grand in the bank and had the choice, I'm not saying you just needed a place to live. You have the choice. Would you rather go get a one-bedroom studio apartment with tons of rules where you can't have a fucking grill on your back porch because it's against the rules and you'll get kicked out? Or would you go buy a place where you could fucking literally walk out back, you want to cook on a grill? If you want to smoke in your own fucking house, you can smoke in your own fucking house. Like, I will freely admit this, and I'm sure maybe most of you guys agree, I have a problem with authority. I don't like being told what I'm going to do, what I'm have to do. Fuck that. I want to do what I want to do. I would be damned if I'm going to live somewhere and they're going to tell me what I can and can't do in my own house. I'd be damned. I damn sure be paying $1,800 a month to be told I can't cook out on the grill and I can't smoke in my fucking house if I want to smoke in my fucking house.
It'd be a lot easier than trying to cook it on a grill, you know? Get a cast iron pan or something like that, put it in there, and do it that way. Let them camp it out, you know?
My grandfather did is 70 fucking years old. I didn't realize he was that old, honestly, until like a couple weeks ago. And I realized, damn, he's pushing 70. This man takes care of almost 2 acres of ground. 2 fucking acres of ground. But Rich couldn't even take care of a lot. A steady fucking lot. Man has cancer and splits wood and heats with wood. But Rich couldn't cut it. That's just when a real fucking man and a fucking bitch ass man like Rich. And you are, I don't want to go out and eat and got one,
No, there ain't nothing cooking right now.
Bitch man ass motherfucker.
I don't think I made what was it, chicken stew the other day.
Chicken stew. That sounds fucking good.
Just,
in case you guys don't know this, in this earlier live, now Rich worked for this bus company, as he likes to put it, for 30 fucking years. We have past videos where he's only worked there for 15 years, but now it's 30 plus years.
Well, actually, mine was different. It was actually didn't have chicken leg quarters. I had chicken breast. I put 1 chicken breast in, which was pretty big. It was like that big. And then mixed vegetables with rice, a little salt and pepper, and you're good to go.
Y'all, boy, he just put a chicken breast in this big. I bet that was a whole fucking chicken. I bet this man went and got a fucking turkey, stuffed that bitch, and then threw it in there. And then I'm gonna eat healthy. We're just gonna. He gets a pinch full of rice, a pinch full of mixed vegetables, drops it in.
Then you have to heat it up in the microwave.
I think it's probably more chicken than anything else.
You know, once you do it in the microwave, it doesn't taste too good. It doesn't come out the same. I used to do Thanksgiving dinner for my brother too, if you remember. Should be a couple of videos of that. I want to be a something, and I turned around and said, "Yep, yep, yep, yep." And I said something back, sarcastic, but I cooked dinner. I cooked a 25-pound turkey. I made homemade mashed potatoes. All the stuff. Stuffing. He did help me with the stuffing though. Because air fryer. That way I don't have to work. So professor type guys that, I can't understand what the half of it is, but one guy's supposed to be working for NASA. Do I watch what?
My pecker. Formula One.
I can't see what the last one is.
Formula One, you stupid fucker. I'm not ashamed to admit this. Well, I kind of am.
They even have that on here anymore.
Yeah, they do, Rich. You guys know I have never watched a NASCAR race until like mid-February when I was hanging out with this chick, and she fucking lived with her grandparents, right? So we're over there watching fucking NASCAR, dude. I've never watched NASCAR before that, and I was like, fuck, wow.
Yeah. That's really what's odd about it. Like, I don't ever see anything from Formula One. They got at least 53 channels here. Free cable.
It's not free if you pay for it, Rich.
Oh,
guys,
good,
look at his view count, and then look at our view count.
Click, 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 all night.
Yeah, he'd lose his ass. This David guy goes, you should go on a cooking TV show. Might win something. Yeah, win a free fucking ride back to fucking Planet fucking Dumbfuck. By the way, if you're new, this is the Racist Matt channel right here.
Don't worry, it doesn't cost you anything.
Bruce, I'll look at your message here in a minute. I know she sent me a message.
And, he was talking about he wanted to try and come over here and buy a house in the United States. I said, yeah, but you got to watch out, because based on where you live.
Unless you're an American citizen, I don't think you can just fly over here and buy a house. I don't think that's how it works, but I don't know. I could be wrong.
The pay rate.
I thought you had to be a U.S. citizen to buy a house over there, but I don't know. I really don't. Really don't care to know either.
And you want to try and even if you get a house in a lower price range, you want to try and get a job in a higher, income bracket. And then I told him, I says, when you come over here and you decide that you want to get a house, because I said I saved up for like 15 years or something, I said you want to get a fixed rate mortgage, not a variable. I said, because I actually had the variable because I couldn't get out of it. What does that mean? Tell me in English.
Yeah. This is a dude, just so we're clear.
Why would you want me to say that?
Just so we're clear. It says it's I don't know what, like, I think it's Middle Eastern, I think, right here. But it says English, so he goes, it means good morning, honey.
I couldn't even pronounce it. Plus, I can't even see it. That's the problem.
He can't see it. You guys got to give Rich fucking credit, man. He can only read at a 5th grade level.
The words look similar to, except for
Kilab, allow, Kazim Weld
Yeah, the one looks like the word weld.
Kahabada. I probably butchered that all the fuck up,
The other
but
one looks like Kaba. So
I butchered that. Just saying, I can't
the
speak.
other one is
The only language I speak
Kalab.
is American.
Now,
I could say some cuss words in Spanish,
Kiss-
but because Rich is a big ass punta, but that's about it.
is that what it means, David?
Yeah, you're a punta, Rich. Let's do this. Let's see what this really means. Good morning, honey.
So it would be Talab al Kissim Weld Kaba. Something like that.
TLAB. I'm assuming that's Arabic. I'm
I thought I
assuming.
just did.
I don't know for sure. I am probably wrong, but we're gonna do this anyways.
Something about learning another language, I guess, huh? Outside for a minute. Sig it. Oof. Smells like barbecue out here now. Flame broiled burgers. Talab al
That's Arabic.
Kesem Weld Kaba. Did I say it right or no?
It doesn't mean good morning.
Teach me the Polish language.
It doesn't mean good morning. Look at what it means.
You know, just a couple of
It
seconds. And then we're doing the same thing.
I don't know who the fuck that is, but you're awesome.
We had somebody on here from
Request for the section son of a bitch.
Listen to what it means.
Request for the section son of a bitch.
an expensive place to live. Near the Philippines, but not quite.
Oh, screenshot that shit. I'm so posting on the community page. This is so fucking great. Oh fucking. It doesn't mean good morning. It doesn't mean it. Oh, and this person, they plainly know what it means. Now he's asking to say this, right? Could you try and say a word in Arabic for me? They give that exact what the fuck I said, right? The fuck I typed in. Rich goes, what's it mean? It means good morning, honey. It doesn't mean that at all.
Ew, ghost.
Dad's gonna love that, dude. That's fucking awesome. I love you guys. You guys fucking do some funny shit on here. Fuck. Dad's gonna love that, dude. That's fucking awesome. I love you guys. You guys fucking do some funny shit on here. Request a son of a bitch. And none of his fucking followers were smart enough to Google Translate what it meant before Rich says it. And none of his fucking followers were smart enough to Google Translate what it meant before Rich says it.
Yep, back inside we go.
I want this person to comment again. And please comment and tell him to say something else in that language. I gotta go show Dad this, dude. Dad's gonna fucking laugh his ass off.
Back on this. Yeah, I never think I'd get anybody on here from Ireland or Iran or India or something like that. Yeah. Honestly, I don't know. I really couldn't tell you, David. It's a little bit hotter outside the place. I don't know how much that helps. Inside here, it's probably out.
Shit, I'm dying. Fuck. Be funny if they get him to say you're a son of a bitch in Arabic.
It's like 68 or 69 degrees in my place. Outside, it's probably like 75. The humidity is up a little bit.
Damn, I want to see about your guys'
Make it
cats.
feel like it's about 80 degrees.
He said it twice, you guys. Fucking twice. Which was smart to say, hey, I got a laptop. Let me Google Translate this. I don't know what that means. Pure glass? Don't know what that means, but.
Rolling down and passing out? I don't get what's funny about that.
No description.
Yeah, for me it is, yeah.
823 subscribers you got. Woo!
It's supposed to be 60 in here, but it's not getting that cool in here.
You guys plan on the 4th of July. I think I'm gonna go shoot my grandpa and then we'll go to cookout and light some fireworks off.
Because I don't know anybody out here, so I wouldn't be able to intrude, if you will.
See if we can piss him off. Let's leave it for a minute.
And believe it or not, I'm just pretty much a homebody. I don't really go out unless I go shopping or something like that. Standard stuff, you know.
He sees it. He's just not saying that. That's a good shit. Come on, everybody, leave a like.
What about yours? What are you planning on doing? Yeah, I remember them. They don't even sell that anymore. They consider New Jersey to be legal for you to actually shoot off fireworks, but what they call fireworks is not fireworks.
They still make firecrackers and bottle rockets.
Unless they go bang and make a noise. Not really fireworks in my book. Not like M80s and. I used to love bottle rockets, man. You can sit it in a bottle and just light the fuse and it take off in the air. And like your own little, fireworks display. But you have to watch them too, though, because them things can get out of control. The bottle rockets, they can fly a lot further than you think they can. Get into an area where everything's dried up and it catches fire. So you got to be careful with that stuff. Yeah, M80s are what they used to use in the old days to blow up the toilets in the schools. Anytime they had some kind of like function.
Yeah. Because
Get
schools.
away with a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Back in smoking school, you could smoke on school grounds.
Back in my day, my
Can't do
friends
any of
group,
that
we would have had fun with you, Rich. You'd been getting me Gatorade. You've been my buddy. Because you're okey doke. You've been my buddy. All you want to do is fit in.
The place that I live in, you can't smoke inside. That's a no-no. Because they're afraid some of the people might be a little bit older and forgetfulness and, catch the place on fire. I don't want to have to deal with that. Yeah, they were the days. Things were a lot easier then, Wasn't so many restrictions on things.
Restrictions, huh, folks?
I haven't seen Tim in here. You know Tim Harris, don't you, David? You've seen him in here. I had somebody that kept saying that they were going to meet up with me and go to a bar. But they used to drive, I guess, and they couldn't do it.
Y'all caught that, right? That's weird as
I
fuck.
don't know who the heck it was, though. It's like I met an older lady yesterday.
You know the story.
Up the street.
You know the story.
And we exchanged numbers, but
thought you didn't exchange numbers, Rich.
She seemed a little off.
You notice how every fucking woman with this fucking clown is off? Every fucking woman he talks about is a little off. I think you're a little fucking off. 2024, Rich. It's okay to be a little flamboyant. Be gay.
Like
it's
10
okay.
or 11 years older than I am.
It's not 1960. It's 2024. You are accepted. Look, I bring up the BB gun thing. Look.
Yeah.
Remember BB guns when we were kids?
Do you remember cap guns?
This is shit that most kids even nowadays have, like Nerf guns and BB guns and cap guns. And
I still have 3 of them from when I was a kid. They're on the wall. They don't have orange tips on them. One's a little tiny one, and I got 2 medium-sized ones that look like regular guns. I cheated. That was crooked as hell.
Rich, I'm not into guns because guns you might get into trouble.
I have
no, if you use your head, you can't get into trouble with a firearm. If you use your fucking head.
When my parents had them in their house, when we were kids, they buried them in the closet. I actually have them in here somewhere. Don't know if they still work. I'm pretty sure they do, unless they got wet. Then the only reason why they wouldn't work. They're in a little shoebox, just as they were in my parents' house. but they're the old sparklers, the one with the wire, you know?
Now there's a difference between new sparklers and old sparklers.
Oh, what the hell? Have I put them in the closet or not?
I'll be shocked you can fit anything in your fucking
I
closet.
would assume I did.
As much time as you spend in there. He is fucking.
Hey, how you doing, John?
I really despise him more than Barry. I mean, because Barry, you just know what he is. Rich
How you doing?
lays in plain
Welcome
fucking
to my
sight.
live. We're just talking about anything that, you know, random comes to mind or whatever, you know?
Yeah, David, he sure was, man. The guy goes, I bet if those Elvis statues could talk, Elvis would say you were a hound dog in your teens. The man that's only had one woman ever touch his pee-pee was a hound dog.
He's running for him.
And he met her at a bar. Come on, Rich, say some gross shit. Let me hear this shit.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was actually more of a pain in the ass when I was in my teens. But I grew up quick.
Now his mom and dad were pieces of shit. You heard him right there. I don't believe that for one fucking second. Listen, if I would have turned into a piece of shit, like Rich or Barry, I wouldn't blame my parents because it'd be my choice that led me down. Listen, life is nothing but choices. Everybody has a choice in this world to go down this path or this path. Same with drugs. I hung around the people that did drugs. I always made the choice not to do it because I didn't want to go down that path. I knew I wanted to build classic cars. So I made that choice. Rich is literally it. I grew up quick because my parents were pieces of shit. So he can't even take accountability for his own fucking life.
Yeah, I did. I was kind of like an outcast.
High school, he was an outcast. Proves a lot of my point. Had no friends. Nobody want to hang out with Rich probably because he told fucking stories
myself,
like he does now.
like I still do today.
There's a difference between choosing not to have a bunch of friends
I guess it's the whole thing
and
about, you know,
just
how
not
they-
having the
they
ability to have
perceive
friends.
You know, they
Because you're not a likable
pass
person.
judgment on you and stuff like that. And, you know, a lot of times.
People only pass judgment on fucking weirdos. What would they pass judgment on you for? And true friends don't pass judgment on each other. True friends, if you fuck up, are going to hold you accountable. Like my best friend, if I knew for a matter of fact that, you know, I saw him do something shady, then I would call him on his shit just like he would do me. That's friends. You hold each other accountable because you want each other to be better people in life. People like Rich that have these YouTube friends that let him just run his head off the fucking wall over and over and over and over and over and over and watch it. They're not his fucking friends. They don't hold him accountable.
So judgment is incorrect.
Friends tell you when your shit stinks.
But they just go with it anyway, so. It's what it is.
I wouldn't have been your friend, Rich. I could promise you this. Me in high school and you, we would have bumped heads a lot. My friends probably would have fucked you up a countless fucking times.
Hound dog.
Because you're mouthy.
Boy.
You would have said the wrong thing to one of my friends and they would have fucking pushed you down the stairs.
It wasn't a basset hound. It was a hound dog. Bloodshot eyes, the whole 9 yards. Big, heavy lump.
You had a hound dog, you guys.
The dog used to go after my food, and if I tried to block him from it, tried to bite me.
Yeah.
So I had to take the dog back, you know.
Sure you did, Rich. Couldn't afford a dog.
An Alaskan Malamute.
Yeah.
Really pretty dog, you know. And looked like those, you know, the ones with the blue eyes. What do they call those?
Huskies?
Alaskan Huskies, I think.
Huskies.
What was his name?
You're a fucking dog, you stupid fucker. Let's see, nothing else has been said in the chat, Rich, so it has to be the dog. Jesus, you're fucking stupid. Put in my beard. Yeah.
Which, the basset hound or
Fuck
the
Jesus.
Alaskan Husky? Because I can't remember the basset hound's name.
Imagine that.
I can't even remember what the heck dog.
He remember the dog would bite his food and bite him,
was.
and he had to take the dog back, but can't remember the dog's name.
It's like a female name, but I can't remember what it was.
I can remember every dog pretty much I've ever had, their name. And not much about what they would do and how they acted, but I remember their names.
Oh, the last dog's name that I had? His name was Corey. That was a nut dog. That was half basset hound, half golden retriever.
Woo!
So I had the fur the same as a golden retriever, but it had all the characteristics of a basset hound. You know, the big paws, big droopy ears, the jowls, you know, the bloodshot eyes, all that shit. It was really funny. Anytime that dog would bark the first time, it would actually be a yodel. And anything after that would be a regular bark.
Yep, because that's how it works,
And
folks.
that dog was a spaz.
Yep.
And he used to walk him on a leash, and he used to actually get to the end of the driveway and bite the leash and do with his head like this, around in circles.
You can come do that.
So I used to do that.
Come
with
do that
him,
on my pecker.
like he was playing jump rope. And we took him off the you know, the walker and brought him inside the house. My ex-wife's mother was staying with us right up until she passed away, and her mother was beautiful. She was a wonderful woman, best woman you'd ever want to meet. Even if it's just, you know, just meeting somebody at their old age, she was a very nice person. But she had this. We made this like makeshift.
But her daughter was this whore and this bitch and everything else that you want to call her. So,
because her feet kept sliding off the little.
whatever you say, Richie Rich.
And every time
Your wife was a good person.
She'd actually steal the damn Coors
Just she couldn't put up with your shit. So, I mean, if I had to put up with you on a fucking daily basis, living with you, I would turn to drinking.
Little stinker.
And then, you'll talk about her cheating on you. If she did, it's not her fault that you couldn't keep up with her in bed.
Let him go off the leash to see what he would do, you know?
You couldn't keep up with a woman 10 years your senior.
We didn't believe in shocking dogs or anything like that. That's like, you know, animal cruelty in my book. So we let him loose. And I'm standing out on the porch. He's acting like a spaz. And I say, get in here, get in the house, you know? And I got this big smirk on my face, and he stops like right in front of me, looks up at me, and does like a spazoid, you know, dog jump to the side and runs around the back of the house. He comes up right behind me again and looks at me all goofy and shit. And I said, I told you to get in the house. And he just turns around and does the same damn thing sideways and runs around the other side of the house, keeps doing the same thing.
We'll put a shot collar on Rich.
Ultimately, they actually had to chase him because he went down to the church down the street. We didn't want him getting run over by cars coming up the road because
That's why you put a shot collar and electric fence in. It's to protect your dog.
Off the road, he was like, you know, It's in the church parking lot and in the playground area where the kids go play on Sunday school or whatever. And then he came back to the yard and went right in the house. I've never seen him do that. I thought he always had to be on a leash. But he had some really weird things happening to him. He had like allergies or something, and his eyeballs were almost like out of their sockets. It was really weird, man. Of course, we took him to the vet, find out what the hell that was all about. And it was some kind of allergy. I forget what the hell it was, but it made his eyes bulge. So it looked like a freaking thing straight out of Caddyshack with Rodney Dangerfield, you know? That's what kind of spazoid dog I had. I think the Alaskan Malamute that I had, her name was Casey. Actually, it was Casey. And I don't remember what the Basset Hound was. I know that.
Remember everything else, but can't remember the name of the dog.
I don't think I ever found out what the name of the Basset Hound was.
Then never found out what the dog. Stupid motherfucker. So what'd you call it? Dog? You like the fucking or you like the fucking Canadian Mountie on fucking Forget About It? You just call your animal the name of the animal. He calls his animal horse. You call yours fucking dog.
Hours and 26 minutes. Oh boy. And I still haven't seen Tim. I don't get it.
You know what the fuck you said earlier, fuck boy. People aren't fucking stupid. Fucking pedo. Sorry,
I guess
Matt.
I'm worried about, I guess, I don't know what's going on. Maybe Renegade's not in here anymore either. It is. I don't blame him, though, because he probably doesn't want to put up drama crap, you know?
No, because he saw what the fuck you are. If anything, but don't worry, I feel like he'll be back.
Probably going to have, fish fillet and fries. I'm going to put that in my air fryer.
Yum.
Name a car for an edit? What do you mean? 1976 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am.
Wow, that's such a cool car.
Or
Well, not if you had it.
1969
It doesn't. Our buddy Matthew Decker, don't he? This is a 73, ain't it?
Chevelle Super Sport.
Go check out Matthew Decker if you guys want to see a cool. I think it's a 73, 72, something like that. Pontiac Firebird.
Is that it? That's all you came in here for? You're not going to subscribe
No.
or anything like that?
Tip.
Name was nice. Let's see. Yeah, I like the fish fillets, man. They're good, you know? Yes, I know, David. You want me to work on my car again. That's why you're saying it.
Yeah, because they don't subscribe to see you talk. They subscribe to see you build a car.
Nameless.
Bullshit. Go on the community page and scroll down. You'll see Rich with a fucking natty light can or some nasty ass beer in his hand.
It's those people that actually think they busted me that I'm an alcoholic too, because they had a picture of me one time having a beer. A beer.
No, somebody that doesn't drink don't drink. They don't drink.
That makes it a once in a lifetime or once in a blue moon kind of thing, you know?
Listen, you guys, boom, caught him again. Someone that says, I don't drink, they don't drink. You won't catch them with beer in their hand. They don't like beer. They don't drink beer. My sister, for instance, doesn't drink. Me, the only thing I've found, as far as alcohol goes, that I could stomach is a twisted tea. It's a fucking liar.
Tips to get rich?
Go on his Instagram, catch him in his shit.
Can't help you there, buddy. Buy a house and sell it.
Yeah, because Rich lost his ass on that one.
Oh, that's okay. You'll be able to handle it then. I'm Irish too. Play the lottery, huh? I don't even do that. Maybe that's what's real. I'm really boring. You know, just looking at it now, I'm like, even with, maybe I should just like assume that I would actually, you know, talk to these young girls or whatever that.
You
Well,
have.
maybe I should just assume that, you know, and I'll say that
You
they're right,
admitted
and,
to it.
You know, whatever. But I know damn well they're wrong. So
You admitted to it.
Doesn't help.
You admitted to
Stupid,
it.
you know?
Even in the slide,
Maybe
you
my
admit to
life
it.
would be more exciting if I did.
You admit to it. Now watch.
I don't.
The live we
see
captured
it that
earlier
way,
will
you know?
disappear.
I'm just very boring, you know.
If it wasn't
Yeah.
for my live chat, dude, I would have fell fucking
If you
asleep.
find a rich woman, then you got to put up with all her miscalculations, to say the least.
So now women are bad with money. Dude, you are sexist. 100% sexist.
I'm living in a state called New Jersey. Nameless. Where are you from?
I'm hailing from the state of New Jersey.
No, not always. You can die from boredom.
You can die from boredom, folks.
You know, from being alone, and you know, like I see all these things on Facebook for like living in a jet, you know, for 30.
Oh, he's about to talk about all these little like fake ass things. Man, hang on, I want to say something. Hailing from a state known as Jersey, from the one bedroom studio apartment, we have Richard Fuller.
Days and making $300,000 and all this other crap. Don't know how real it is. Could be somebody just trying to kidnap somebody and use them for ransom. Who knows?
Rich is the type of dude to pay Wes Watson fucking $5,000 a month to teach him how to be a man.
Because we had somebody on here earlier from Ireland, from Dublin. Way off.
Way off.
Guy in the head. All right, folks, don't forget to subscribe. Hit that thumbs up.
I've been watching it, Rich. You're still at 823, Bubba.
When I'm on here.
Yeah, so we can watch you sit in a chair and not do anything. What the fuck?
I mean, I've gone to a deli. It's not like I don't, you know, talk to women or anything like that. I said before, I got a lady next door here who's 33. And you got one that lives down below her that's 33 that has a kid. But
now, because they're his neighbors, they want to fuck him. They want something to do with him. But he's only admitting that he don't want a woman, but yet he's talking to women, and none of them are interested in him.
it's not of my, they're not my type, let's put it that way, without getting too, you know, into detail. I mean, they're fine as far as platonic.
One of them has a fucking boyfriend. And look, first one says, well, you've done that in the past. There's a difference. That dude ran his fucking mouth about me. So I showed him what was up. This dude has done nothing to Rich, but yet Rich is going behind this dude's back and fucking his old lady.
Friends go, you know? You want to go to the deli, get something to eat, go to the mall or something like that. But that's about the size of it.
Yeah, sure.
And the other day, I actually went up to the deli and exchanged numbers with a person who's 11 years older than me. But, you know, afterwards, she got a little weird, so I kind of, like, backed away from it.
AKA, Rich came on to her and she didn't like Rich like that. She's like, whoa, 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 whoa.
Kind of like a red flag, you know?
Yeah. It was a red flag. She didn't want to touch your pee-pee, Rich. That's not a red flag. That's her
Mainly
not
what
wanting
I
to
do
fuck
is
you.
I furnished my place with stuff that I like.
Because I'm going to say it again, Richie Rich, for you, Bubba. If a woman says no, that means no. If you come on to a woman and she pulls away, she doesn't respect your advances, she doesn't give you advances back, she does not like you. She says, let's be friends. That means let's be friends. If you are fucking, if everything's going good and you're fucking hammering that shit, and she gets freaked out and she says no, then you pull out and you get the fuck away. You can say, we can cut, don't get mad, don't yell. You can say, we can cuddle, we can watch TV, I'm gonna take you home, whatever you want, what are you gonna be comfortable with? That's how you handle that situation. As a matter of fact, if you're in the act of coitus, it doesn't hurt to always check and make sure they're okay, make sure they're comfortable, make sure they still want to do this. It's called being a man. It's called respecting the person you're fucking with. Because she is letting you sleep with her. That is a privilege and an honor. That is not given because you're a man and you have a fucking dick between your legs. If a woman decides to sleep with you, that is honor. That's she's giving you that right. If she chooses to take that right away, that's her choice, and you respect that.
Three bicycles in here. I got a
It's like
Zephyr,
you pissed me off.
kind of like a Chrome Molly BMX Mongoose. And then I have two Ross Apollos. One's a 1974, which is a 3-speed, and the other one is a 1979, which is a 5-speed.
You don't realize even David's a fucking troll. Like,
out too much personal information, you know what I mean? And I have been told just to, well, leave it alone, don't say nothing, blah, 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 that's the other thing. I'm sorry, but anybody who actually, you're not going to sit there and have somebody punch you in the face and just walk away and not say nothing. If you're in,
listen, who in their right mind is going to be punched in the face and just turn around and walk away?
the kind of a person you're going to defend yourself and get
The
in
proof's
there,
there.
you know, hey, well,
That's
this
what
is
you
not
can't
right,
handle.
don't do this.
The proof is there. It is in black and white. It is you. It is proof. Then your live today made it even fucking worse. The one before this.
2008, and a guy was walking around with a much is in a pint. Just put it that way. Oh, this fucking leg is giving me a freaking problem now.
Oh, fucking leg. Be just in the world if you lost that fucking leg.
I thought it was like 16 to 32 ounces in a pint.
You're so fucking smart. You think you know what a pint is.
What the hell is he? Oh, he's.
See, he has told him that he was a loner. That he was a loser in high school, right?
You know how they do with the
And he
beer
goes,
where they actually
old
put the hole in it?
old football injury catching up with you. Rich just admitted that he was no fucking football player.
He's doing it with a chocolate milk from school.
He is trolling you, dude.
Like, that was stupid.
And you're so fucking stupid. You don't even notice he's trolling you. That's what I call excellent.
There's people are sliding down with all these papers coming out of the school. All sliding down the stairs. Old football injuries catch up with you. Yeah, see, that's why I say I look like hell of who did it and ran.
Difference. I clean up good. You clean up, you still look like dog shit. Play with that fucking
Still
fat
6
chin.
people in here. That's just for my, people that are recording my videos. They seem to think that I have nobody in my live.
No, you literally stated in your last live that Sonya stepped out 30 minutes prior. That's why you were getting offline. Views don't matter if you don't have engagement, Bubba.
I wonder how somebody can actually be that negative on everything.
So pointing out that somebody's a creepy motherfucker is negative. That's what negative is. I guess people like John Bravo Films, August the Duck, Mud Pit, I can't think of the other one, Bubba. People like that, I guess we're all just negative people because we point out the bullshit that people do.
So I gotta get this beard and mustache cut off. Then I gotta get somebody to pop that skin tab that I have there because it's not getting any bigger. But it's just an eyesore, and then I gotta get my hair cut.
He's gonna have somebody cut his beard because he can't fucking cut it himself because he can't get underneath the fat rolls. Oh, we got fucking 6 people in here, you guys. Saying that so the people recording my videos.
Got rid of them. Joe Matt and Joe Matt told me about his stolen valor. That's what they're trying to blame me for now, David. That I because I was a fireman, I actually.
You weren't a fireman.
What the hell do you mean
Proved
by
it.
valor? I didn't get anything, any notification or any placards or anything saying how much of a fireman. I wasn't even there long enough to actually have a photo taken with the other firemen.
Y'all heard what he said. Just let his work speak for himself.
I had a key to the firehouse, and I was there before the fires. The firefighters had to get the volunteers in order to run out the door with the trucks.
Listen
so
to
that
this.
way the volunteers could get in.
Listen to this. This is all not true. I'm sure there's firefighters out there that can verify that.
I could, but I didn't. And I was never there all that long, As a matter of fact, when I ended going to college and moved back to Jersey, before I moved to Jersey, I gave them the keys to the firehouse. There was never any justification or meeting or appraisal or anything, said to me. So I really don't get what they mean by valor. I mean, I know what it means in Cabral's way because
it means the same fucking thing.
Was actually in the service.
No, that's not.
But I'm not taking it from anybody. I'm not stealing it from anybody, so I really don't understand that.
You weren't a firefighter, you stupid fucker.
Of course, back then we never had that kind of problem. We never thought about things like that,
No, they didn't have valor back in the 90s, you guys. They didn't have valor back in the 40s.
Means you're stealing valor. How am I stealing valor? What am I stealing?
Somebody, listen to what he said.
I don't get it.
I never took anything, so it can't be stolen valor. I never took anything, so it can't be stolen valor. Not I earned it. Listen to his own words.
Call of Duty or anything like that. None of that shit.
Hold up.
Call of Duty or anything stole valor too. What the hell do you mean by valor? I didn't get anything, any notification or any placards or anything saying how much of a fireman. I wasn't even there long enough to actually have a photo taken with the other firemen. I had a key to the firehouse, and I was there before the fires. The firefighters had to get the volunteers in order to run out the door with the trucks. So that way the volunteers could get in uniform and get going. But I never drove the trucks. I mean, I could, but I didn't.
He was a firefighter, but yet he never drove the trucks. He only had a key. But he was a fire. You heard it.
As a matter of fact, when I ended going to college and moved back to Jersey, before I moved to Jersey, I gave him the keys to the firehouse. There was never any justification or meeting or appraisal or anything, said to me. So I really don't get what they mean by valor. I mean, I know what it means in Cabral's way, because he was stealing it from somebody who...
To steal valor means someone like a firefighter, a cop, a veteran. They are courageous. They lay their life on the line to save other people. Therefore, they have valor. They constantly run into danger. Valor. Courageous. That's what valor means, you stupid fucker. You saying you were one. Right there, you proved that you weren't a fucking firefighter. Your own fucking words. You weren't one. And you said, I was a firefighter. You stole valor from the people that actually do that fucking job. That every time they go on a fucking fire call, they take a chance on not coming home.
In the service. But I'm not taking it from anybody. I'm not stealing it from anybody, so I really don't understand that whole thing for a fire department. Of course, back then we never had that kind of problem. We never thought about things like that, Well, just because you mentioned the word that you were a firefighter, that means you're stealing valor. How am I stealing valor? What am I stealing?
Because you were never a firefighter. Your own fucking words just stated it.
I never received anything. No placards, no pictures, nothing, above and beyond,
Bro, he literally just admitted that he never drove a fire truck or nothing. But he was a full-fledged fucking firefighter. That all he had was a key.
Call of Duty or anything like that. None of that shit.
And I said I never played Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a video game. That's not stolen valor, you fucktard.
Never had my name and, all that put in the newspaper or anything. So I don't know what the hell I stole. Really.
That's the way it talks about it. Firefighters wouldn't talk like this.
Receive any money or anything like that. But that's what they're talking about.
Listen to the way he talks about
it. I think with somebody being in the service or whatever, after they get out of the service, valor is like a medal that they get. Medal of Valor.
No, this man don't even know this shit, dude. The Medal of Valor, Medal of Honor, Purple Heart. Those are not everybody gets those. You get something like a Medal of Honor for taking a chance on losing your life. You ran back to save your buddy who had his legs blown off. That was valor. You couldn't even get a Purple Heart. Jesus.
And they probably get some award money or something like that.
No, you don't know anything. Then don't open your fucking mouth about it, you fat fuck.
But what was it? Ultimately, me and Joe Matt, we actually, set out to let everybody know that Chris Bustamante was actually...
He's gonna take credit for this shit, dude. Some dude exposed Brian, okay? Then when Brian ran his fucking mouth about me, I did my fucking own research, found the dude's video, found out he was stolen valor, and then me and my team, my community, Mako's community, all of our community, we pushed that shit. We're the reason why he's not here. And he was smart enough to understand the shit that might come out about him and get the fuck out of Dodge. These fuckers aren't that smart.
The person that was actually originally given the valor.
I had Chris Bustamante in my chat, you stupid fucker.
Officer
me,
service,
Mako, Jeff, our communities, people like fucking, people like Mach 1,
so we knew it
fucking you Dizzy, Jinx,
and then of course
all of our communities push the shit, and he fucking saw the writing on the walls.
They wanted the valor for themselves of actually being able to spread the news of him being a valor stealer.
So now we wanted the valor of getting a bad person off here because we all did it, but because your community did jack shit besides nothing. Your community didn't push nothing. Nothing. But hey, Joe Mad did nothing. Nobody takes you fucking serious, Rich. You're a locale. You're laughed at.
He ain't coming back. He ain't gonna come back. And I actually, in one of his last videos, I left in there, hey, how does it feel, schmuck, to have your character smeared all over social media platforms? How's it feel when the shoe's on the other foot?
You're the same fucking person. You, Brian Cabral, Barry, King Azule, the person was here. You're all fucking low-cal pieces of shit.
That guy obsessed.
Exactly, DRC. Exactly.
And before that, it was Tony's Garage, Uncle Tony's Garage. He obsessed about him too. He was one sick puppy, and it's like these other ones here. They're sick puppies too. They have a one-track mind, and
if pushing a dude like you off the internet, that's a fucking racist that wants to fuck a 19-year-old girl being over fucking 55 makes me a bad person, then I'll be a fucking bad person. But the day that some fucking scumbag like you gets to sit in the fucking dark will be the day that fucking my soul leaves my body.
Those people are. So I'm just as bad as Beamer and Son.
Yep.
And what the hell is it? Oh, and Brian Cabral.
Yep.
And there's another guy that they're actually going on, which I could see in some aspects. You know, like you don't go to a swap meet and start yelling out obscenities in front of a
That's Beamer and
girl
Sons.
with her father.
That's Beamer and Sons. You don't even know who the fuck you're talking about, dog.
These other YouTube personalities at a swap meet, calling them MFers and all that other stuff. And
shut the fuck up, motherfucker.
And all this other stuff and acting out of character. You know, like acting like you're 10 years old.
That's right. That's right, bro.
But my hissy fits are more or less because I don't.
We've been live for like fucking almost 3 hours.
Are not telling the truth, and they're only one-sided, and they only think one way, and there's no other way of.
It can't be one-sided, Rich. When I put out the proof, that's not one-sided.
For them sitting there calling me a
pedophile.
Pedo,
yep.
Which I haven't been.
Yep.
A pedo at all in all my life.
Listen to this.
If I was ever a pedo, I wouldn't have been driving or working for school districts.
No, that's only if you were caught and convicted of being a fucking pedo. You don't federal background. Now to drive a fucking little fucking Dodge Caravan through Castry Transit, you got to be CIA fucking classified Bravo 6 fucking certification.
And that was one of the things that he pulled too.
Jesus Christ.
Then, you know, everybody's calling me a racist because I said a word.
The N-word.
Over a year ago.
The N-word. It doesn't matter.
Call me a racist. Yeah, like I walk.
You want to fuck children.
Hood on.
You're a fucking racist. You're a pedo.
Mistakes. Only a pig-headed moron wouldn't get past it.
And let you thrive? I think not.
And nobody said anything about any kids crossing the street.
Yeah, you did. I got the proof.
Misconception.
Oh, dude.
Oh, and the other thing that I wanted to get this out too. I forgot all about this.
Well,
yesterday in one of his videos, he blames me for throwing my ex-wife and her son out in the street in the dead of winter.
You saying did it?
Here's the actual truth.
Told you.
Moved my brother back up from Ohio. He stayed in my house just before this took place.
Told you I was talking to him. Told you.
The person was living there without paying anything. And still continued to make my life a living hell. So I told her.
Told y'all. Told y'all he's fucking lying. But told y'all something like this took place. Did I or did I not?
Right
talking to his fucking stepson.
And yell at her at the top of his lungs. And
you let your brother yell at your fucking wife?
Said F you.
I'd be damned if my fucking would have happened.
Grabbing the mail. And as soon as I come in, I'm supposed to defend her because she's my wife. She's my ex-wife.
Exactly.
And then she was talking about how much my brother is not being my brother and blah, 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 this, the other. By telling
how is any of this making a stink?
And the other thing. And I said, you know what? He can say whatever the hell he wants. He's a bloodline. He's always going to be a bloodline.
You were married to her for fucking 10 years. You owed her loyalty. You owed her son fucking loyalty.
You know?
He was your fucking son. He was your son.
Ultimately, that was the end of it. I had to get her out. She had to go.
Ooh, if he is here right now, I tried to get this man, but I would fucking clock him square in the face.
That I'm a wife beater. Well, in that same live stream, her son
Lies.
in there.
Lies.
and
See,
literally told
lies.
them that,
No,
I'm
that
not
was
a
your
wife beater.
account. That was your account, Rich.
But they still say that I am to this
You
day.
are.
And
Think about it. Everything else I said in that live
actually
stream was
had contact
true.
with him,
But
which I
this,
doubted very highly
but
because I didn't want to mess with these
you know,
people.
the part where his son, his ex-son,
Um,
literally states that he was a wife beater. That's not true.
it is the way I am. They're not living this life. They haven't lived in my life for the past 20 years.
You're a piece of
People
shit.
don't know me from hell and high
You're a
water.
piece of
They
shit.
don't know as much as they think they do. They actually don't know jack shit. And I'm not going to tell them everything either. There's none of their
You're a
damn
fucking
business.
liar. I don't want to hear
They
your
can put
fucking
their
truth.
nose up
It's
their
not
own
truth.
ass
It's a
and
fucking
mind
lie
their
that makes
own
you
damn
look better.
business. That's where the hell it needs
You
to be.
threw out in the fucking winter.
You want to go bust degenerates and shit like that? Go bust degenerates that scream and yell at you at a swap meet.
No. See what I mean? It's okay if we go after Barry. He's fine with that. But when it comes to him and point out his fucking flaws, he's not for it.
You know what they call desocialize their character. You don't desocialize mine. You don't know who I am.
Yeah, I do. You're a fucking liar. You're a piece of shit. It's not an assumption. It's not an assumption. What kind of man throws his fucking wife and his fucking child out? Not just his wife, his fucking child.
You couldn't tell if it was actually a BB gun or not. Because it looked just like the one you had.
That's not a good thing. You are fucking 40 years old cutting an orange tip off a BB gun to look like you're a tough guy.
Actually, some of the functions on it did work. That was what was funny about it. For a BB gun, you wouldn't think it would be that detailed.
You're a fucktard. Jesus.
What the hell did she do? Kick him in the face?
Somebody kick you in your fucking fat jaw. Break that bitch. Listen, I don't wish no harm on Barry. This man, if he was a choke on a chicken leg, I would fucking laugh hard.
Mother took the what the
I
hell,
hate him.
the teething thing.
I
out of the baby's
physically,
mouth.
dude, physically.
And as soon as she moved her hand away, the baby flipped
Don't
her.
think if I was in fucking front of him, I could keep my composure like I did with Barry. Oh, did you and your wife? You know,
Don't do it anyway.
Don't call me a fucking.
Just because you don't fire.
You know how it was true, but he had to spin it in a way that makes him look better, even though he still looks worse.
So he needs to stop coming off like he's some kind of badass, because he ain't.
Who?
And Jack from Poor Man's.
My dad will stomp a mud hole in your ass.
Garage, they call it one thing. And that's where they put all the videos on, you know, to
Unlike you, I'm smart enough to keep shit separate.
smear my character all over. You know.
My dad said, sign a waiver. We'll come up with you. Sign a fucking waiver. We won't go to jail, fat boy. He'll clean your fucking clock.
Follow him. Like this one guy calls himself You Dizzy 69.
He's a fucking firefighter.
I don't know this guy. I know a Dizzy Izzy 69.
What does knowing somebody have to do? You did see the firefighter, by the way, you guys. And he even said, Rich, that he's looked into it. And Rich, it was never one.
Not a young guy. He's not somebody with a slant eye. And he's not somebody who portrays the part.
The only motherfucker that's got a fucking lazy eye is your little buddy there, Renegade.
Departments. So he needs to stop coming off like he's some kind of badass, because he ain't.
You dizzy? He might clean your clock, man. He's talking all kinds of mad shit, bro.
The mouth doesn't make you a badass.
I could tell you this, Rich. I can't fight worth a fuck, but I have a feeling I could fucking fuck you up.
The other one was Dave.
You're no badass. You're no tough guy.
DRC Racing and
told you, DRC.
Breed.
And Dying Breed. That was Will.
And their whole reason for me doing away with them was
because I literally have him in my chat. You would call him at fucking 5:30 in the fucking morning.
On it. Then brought his buddy in and sat there and tried to.
They were doing something nice for you, and you were constantly fucking bugging them.
You know, and trying and get out of getting the engine stand. I'm like, well, if you couldn't afford it, all you had to do is tell me you couldn't afford it. I wouldn't care.
Exactly, DRC.
Lie about it. I can't trust
he can't even take responsibility for calling you at 5 a.m., waking you the fuck up.
And the other one was Fastang 89, Joe. Another one overly obsessed with trying to smear my character.
It's not
all
smearing
over
your character.
social media platforms.
Your character's
It was
done.
anyway.
All the facts we got on you prove
Doesn't
your
get
character.
as much attention as some of the others.
Don't worry. I'm gonna go next time. Fucking
But that's what I got to deal with.
the man that sells this exact hat is live. I'm gonna go in there and tell him about you and Barry, and maybe he'll take us up on it. You know, buy one of those fucking wood chipper fucking shirts.
I swear to God, I smell somebody smoking pot in here.
Yeah, it's probably your fucking upper lip, fat boy.
Like in one of the other places, you know, one of the other efficiencies. I can't stand the smell of that shit. It smells like cat piss.
Exactly, DRC. You could buy him any tool and he won't be able to fix the fucking problem because he's too fucking stupid. Having tools don't make you a fucking mechanic. The day you think that your fucking 4-stroke is a 2-stroke proves your mechanic ability. That you need oil in the cylinder. Or when you fucking measure the bore of a cylinder with a fucking tape measure to try to get a piston size.
It's right below you.
I don't know everything when it comes to cars, but I know more than Rich. And I don't like Rich. I open my mouth when people tell me shit and learn and listen.
I can put a joint in their mouth, I think. I'll make it look like they're smoking weed.
What would that have to do with my character and me proving you wrong? Even if you AI'd a joint in my mouth, go ahead. It would still prove nothing. You would still be a racist fucking Matt.
Sick to the live. Don't forget to like and subscribe there, buddy.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with smoking weed. What's wrong with smoking weed, Rich? Not like you're smoking meth or crack like you smoked. Oh, that reminds me, you guys. Check this out. So you guys have heard me and Dad mention all the time that we've heard from one of his ex-neighbors.
Makes no sense. What the hell is he? He's telling a.
There's the fucking place. You can go find this person. You guys want to read their comments?
Cars with the 3 wheels, you know, the rear axle and like one of them cars that they use to give you tickets when you park on the side of the road. What the hell was that? Oh, the guy's holding on to the trailer. Because he's embarrassed to have to hold on to the trailer.
Pretty bad when your neighbors have to put up a fence because they're tired of looking at your shit. That's pretty bad. Because that's the story. Oh, Rich also smoked crack. You guys can go find that comment yourself.
Don't go too fast.
They go find his. He also smoked crack. He stole from one of the elderly people he was taking care of. Hence why he don't have that job no more. Again, Rich, right there in black and white, you could plainly find it.
Yeah, so what the older guys actually like about younger women is not being in a relationship with them, but their outer appearance. That's it. Nothing else.
That's what I just said. Listen to that. Told y'all.
Ridiculousness.
He just made himself look.
It's either that or it's like, what is it?
Listen,
Big Bang Theory,
y'all, I'm going to say it again for the new people in here. Rich, this dude right here, is 56 years old. Following a child that would have been, by his words, he hadn't used that profile in 2 years. She would have been 16 in 2022.
No, I don't have work tomorrow.
He finds that shit attractive.
You had me thinking there for a minute. I was like, hey, do I work? No, I took the week off for.
And if I can get a hold of his ex-wife, I bet he had some weird-ass kinks that I can find out about.
No, I don't really drink, buddy. I'm not into alcoholic stuff, you know. Once in a blue moon, I'll have one, you know.
One in a blue moon, Arizona moon, keep rising from the shining stars above.
I can go without for years.
This dude is smoking crack
I mean,
and
great,
lies
having
about
a glass
you
of red
too.
wine is cool because that helps thin your blood out.
Funny, you fucking did some fucking alcohol and thin your blood out and you got a poke on your finger and you bled out.
A lot of the time I am bored. That's the problem. But I have enough of stuff in here to keep me occupied, and it's not kid stuff from today. It's kid stuff from when I was a kid.
Yeah, because that matters.
Boom boxes are from the 80s.
Cool.
Literally, they are. I have 100 of them. And
You're not a hoarder,
video
though.
games and consoles are all from 1977 right up to PS5.
Okay. That's technically
Yeah,
kid
so
shit,
as
just
well.
so we're aware.
I have
Adults use that shit, but majority
DVD
kids play
sitcoms
video
and
games.
movies. And the sitcoms are going
He literally just tried to
all
say
the way
earlier in
back
this
into the 50s.
that people that play Call of Duty are stolen valor.
The late 2000s.
I'd be like saying that everybody that plays GTA is a criminal.
That's not a lowrider. That's actually a model of Christine. What do you only see the grill of? It's right here.
Tap the Elvis head with your hand. Tap the Elvis head with your hand.
That's actually a model of a 58 Belvedere. And I did it just like the Christine movie.
Like DRC ain't bugging you. Him and Dying Breeder Will, they don't bug you. Why are you still mentioning them?
Like that. I still have some in storage. I gotta get that stuff out of there. I'm still, fighting with health conditions.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ!
Usually that's because in the house that I was in, I was actually ingesting
Oh
mold,
fuck me!
even black mold, and I didn't even know.
Oh son of a bitch!
No idea. So, and then I was in the hospital for a couple things.
Oh, you're
one of the things I'm still dealing with is actually.
You stupid motherfucker! You are so fucking retarded. Jesus. I didn't know anybody could be this fucking stupid.
6 inches below my kneecaps to the
Oh Jesus.
the area where my toes go up and down.
Poke Rich like a fucking pincushion. His fucking legs would be like a fucking water hose.
So it's either breathing conditions, can't walk up the stairs without being out of
which I have, but I'm out here in the heat working every day. It's called lose the weight, you fat fuck.
The problem was I couldn't do anything because the weather wasn't cooperating.
Say it with me. Lose.
Now today I feel like crap. Of course the weather wasn't cooperating, so I could
fat fuck.
Gone and done some work on a car that I have. I do have a '57 Chevy Bel Air.
Oh my God, 4-door guy, bitch, you 4-door.
At a friend's house, and I've been fighting with the thing for the past 3 years. I'm not a mechanic. I don't have prior experience working on that engine, or any other for that matter. The most that I've ever done on a car was an oil pump and an intake manifold gasket and a water pump.
Didn't you say you've rebuilt like 7,000 fucking cars?
They went on a 77 T-Bird.
Bearings in like a 40s Dodge. That because all the piston rods shared the same number that you just take caps and just flip them around.
The only thing I ever did on a car was the exhaust system or the brakes.
The exhaust system, the brakes, and the brakes. That's it.
So this 57 has really gotten me way down into, deeper areas of working on a car.
Yeah, it's not like most of it's just general mechanic shit.
Did you watch any of the videos, David, when I got done spray painting? Did you see the trunk lid on the back after I wet sanded and...
Does anybody else, after you watch a Richard Fuller video, feel fucking just a lot stupider? Like you have to go learn how nuclear reactors work just so you feel smart?
Rattle can paint. What else is there to be said?
Right, exactly, man.
It's not as good as you're going to get even with regular paint. And really, typically, they are the same paint. They're both acrylic enamel.
Not even fucking close.
Gun, the other one,
hang on, you guys.
Is already mixed.
Hang on. Not even fucking close, you stupid fucker. I'll make sure we catch all this on camera because I know he's gonna watch this shit later.
Wow.
Be right
How many
back.
hours have been on here? Yep, sure did. I made those door panels with nothing more than a thread and needle with 3 different types of fabric, keeping the original door panel pattern in mind. And don't forget the headliner.
Paint.
I made a headliner for that car too because the original was that
Instructions. Let's see here.
like
Where does it say it?
so tissue paper thin. It was
This tells you how to mix it.
disintegrating in my hands. So
This mixes 1 to 1. You're gonna have your catalyst and a hardener, or whatever the fuck this is, reverser, whatever the fuck.
Do interior work, but like I said,
Reducer. Sorry, I'm wrong.
with
Reducer.
all the health problems that I've had,
Rattle
I
can.
don't have the
You
energy
cannot
to
thin
have
this.
to
It is
stay
pre-mixed.
with it and do completely finished. Like
This.
last time I went down there, I felt good.
You mix yourself.
So I was working on it for quite a while.
This, you don't.
Get anything
See the
done.
difference?
You know, we're sitting there
Stupid
trying to
fucker.
fucking
Jesus Christ.
The damn timing wasn't brought up the top dead center.
Oh, now
You know what I'm saying? The distributor wasn't looked
Oh,
at.
fuck me,
And
dude.
the points or the harmonic balancer wasn't.
This hat, he has to be fucking, he has to be playing a character. There is no way he is this stupid. There's just no fucking way.
You know, so I sat in my car. Well,
Like, I get he's a mouth breather and all, but there's no fucking way he's this stupid.
go up like this. And I just like, you know, I got so overheated from, you know, the heat out there that
Jesus,
I just told myself I
dude.
was gonna go and get some.
Now we learned what the difference
It
is.
didn't come out.
One, you can mix. This has done like 3 jobs. This, maybe do 1 job.
And you start having physical conditions.
Twice the paint.
You can't do exactly what you
Plus, you can thin and reduce this. You can't with this.
Oh, you mean the door windows in the front? The ones that I made out of fiberglass? And vent window that I replaced on the passenger side?
Hey,
That's
Rich,
a glass window. It's not,
you stupid fucker.
But the door
You know what
windows
this
are
is?
actually fiberglass. They're not going to be in there permanently.
Do you know what this is, you fat fuck?
A pair that fits. Then I have to get the pieces that go inside.
You measure bore taper with
in place because they're gone.
fucktard.
They're shot.
A dial bore gauge.
Here's a way for you to not get AIDS. Choose abstinence. Don't have sex with people. Fucking morons.
Well, here's a way for you not to get AIDS. Be a 55-year-old man that's never enjoyed life. There, Rich. When you buy one of these for your engine, this is a dingle ball home. Now keep in mind, when you buy one of these fuckers, I know you're fucking retarded. They come in different sizes.
This guy looks like somebody from the Green Hornet.
Got some more stuff for you there. Oh, he's not live. Got some more stuff for you, Richie bitch. These are oil prime tools. This one is for a Ford, Mopar, small block Chevy. Y'all want to see where Rich was making fun of slow people? Check this out. Rich making fun of slow people.
Hello, everybody. It's Rich220. I don't know if you know this guy or not. We're gonna see if we can't.
Fucking piece of shit.
Hey, Dopey! Dopey dumbass! Come out here! What do you want? Who called me? What do you want? Well, I told you I was going to show you a couple things on what to do with a 57 Chevy, an engine. You said you didn't know how to work on cars, so here I am. We'll try and get you to do a couple things today. And we'll see how good you get.
Bitchy bitch. I know you're gonna be in here. You know what one of these are?
I told you that before. What do you want me to do? Anything you want me to do?
True top dead center. Piston stop.
What I want you to do is some work on this motor here.
Fucked hard.
Gotta teach you. So far, we've gotten everything taken care of except for.
Want to make fun of disabled people? You fucking piece of shit.
Head bolts that's got to be done with thread sealing.
You don't know what the fuck you're doing. You wouldn't know the first fucking thing about building an engine if a bitch on your fat fucking lazy ass.
See if we can't get him out here. Hey, Dopey.
Unlike you, everything I say, I know. I learn. I'm about.
It's Rich220. I don't know if you know this guy or not, but we're gonna
Make fun of fucking disabled people, dopey dumbass. You fucking piece of shit.
Dopey dumbass, come out.
You guys want to see Rich's mechanical ability? Yes, fellas and fellas, that's right. He is using a tape measure to measure a fucking cylinder. He's smart, though. He knows what he's doing. Check something out. You guys want to see something? Look. Look whose videos pop up before his own fucking videos. You got me, Jinx, Guns and Gears, me, Rich. Then you get Rich. Bingo.
Nice and cool in here, though.
We give it a couple minutes set. We'll stop at 3 hours. Give this fucking coward a chance to come in here and speak and show how much of a fucking pedo he is. Even though this live tells it all. Doesn't matter if they were young. That app doesn't check with that stuff. And that's not me following them, even though it's on my following list. I was stupid. I was 60 years old, and I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
Betrayed by employees.
Let's not forget, Richie Rich. Let's not forget.
Try this again. Maybe I can get this on this time.
Following. Never mind all the young girls. We're going to skip past the ones because we've already seen all those. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
So yeah, that's about the size of it. The
06.
the thing that Austin looked up as far as the gun was concerned, he was right. It was a BB gun. And I got rid of it as soon as I left that house. I just like it because it didn't look
Rich220.
like you can't see it from afar.
06.
You know, you couldn't tell from a far distance.
Fucking pedo.
You had to zoom in on those little.
Then you want to go in here and you want to talk about how you only talk to them. You only talk. You don't use that account no more.
Battery, and it didn't have the charging cord, so I threw it out.
So you were talking to that chick when she was fucking what, 16? Because she's just now 19 or 20.
But that doesn't mean I don't have a Louisville Slugger. or a nice, wonderful set of knives to protect myself.
Yeah, your fat fucking ass would have to clear a lot of ground to stick somebody with a knife.
And just to recap, those people on that list that are whatever you call it, young or whatever, most of them are actually from the Philippines. And Philippine women look younger than they actually are.
They look younger. Look younger. Look
And
younger.
a lot of them are.
He's admitting to following him, but they look younger.
They used to do kind of like live
pedo.
feeds, but contests or whatever, and they would give you these points where you could use for something, or you could wait till you get to a certain point. Like
Sue me,
YouTube,
bitch. Let's do this shit. Because I can't wait to judge this shit.
So, this guy named Dick Gunny, he was in charge of it all.
Yeah.
And
Newsflash. The accounts that he says,
girls or whatever you want to call it, women or whatever.
That's not CEO those people, but
so
it's okay.
They actually had to correspond with him, and we all had to correspond with one another. You know, if we had some kind of game plan or whatever, and do whatever we were going to do while we were alive. I had done only one of them prior to that, and the label of it was called Sweetheart Battles.
Can't find nothing online about this. I looked and hard.
In the battle with is about maybe not much younger than me. She was in her 40s.
Rich is saying this was from another app that he knows. So you went on Instagram and followed them.
Because you got all these girls that they're all into the
hang on,
the social media profile scene, and you have all these young girls that are actually doing that OnlyFans. And it's not that I know anything about it because I don't go there, but
your words, dog. Your words.
I've heard about it unless you live under a rock. So sometimes you get people that just don't even know what they're looking at, and they just add you or send you a message or whatever.
You have to follow them. Follow them. You have followers and followees. You were following these people, which means you went over and clicked that shit. Before you say your stupid shit about it still being blue, that's because I'm on my main account.
And I want somebody who's 60. Like, really?
Look, I'm not following these people. But, see now I'm following you? See? Watch. Ready? Unfollow. Blue. Following. Blue. Because it's from my account, which means I'm not following those people. So your argument's stupid. And just dumb. And it proves your intelligence.
Oh. They done knocked Betty White over. I'm going for it. Oh, sorry, Graham.
Fucking pedo.
So I can see the number changing up top. Go from 12 to 10 to 8 to 9 to... So somebody's in here. I don't know why they don't talk. That's their way of being a keyboard warrior.
I'm not a keyboard warrior. Rich, fuck you, you fat fuck. Not a keyboard warrior. Same shit I say to you, I would say to you in fucking face. And I have said it to your fucking face in video chats, bro. So, eat a dick. Threatening to sue me and shit. Sue me, bitch. Let's go. I'll pay for it. Again, I know you're in here now. My name's Austin Gregory Lee Ornduff. Dad's name, Jack Lee Ornduff Jr. 206 West Pleasant Street, Staunton, Indiana, 47881. Ain't nobody hiding, dog. Don't threaten me with a good time, because once a fucking judge sees all this shit, you're going to be fucking laughed at. And probably some serious shit. Because I'm going to file a motion discovery on your bitch ass, which means I get to look at your phone and your messages and every account you ever had. Whether it be Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, X.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Put a mouse trap right on your tongue. The guy running past the 7-Eleven nude. Your old litter butter.
Then all your little nasty little secrets will come to light even more.
People do some stupid things, man.
Yeah, you. You should have been left on the fucking bed sheets. Best part, you ran down your mom's crack of her ass. Ended up on the bed sheets. Man past racist, dun 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 dun. Stolen valor, dun 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 dun. Loser, fucking rich, dun 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 dun. All right, you guys. I'm in this fucking live stream. Been live long enough. I need to get back to work on the charger. See you guys on the next one. Much love. Check out the main channel, Poor Man Speech Up. It don't take us 3 years to do a simple fucking build on something. Check out Mako, Fasting, Lipstick Garage. Everybody's in the channel description. Much love. And Rich, fuck you, chump.
In order to think of those things to do, you know.